How was what?
The award show.
The award show?
Yeah.
How do you think it went?
Please welcome HCA winner, star of ABC's Not Dead Yet, host of the Take Your Shoes Off podcast, and your host and master of ceremonies for tonight, Rick Glassman.
Blabbity blue, scoop dee. Oh yeah.
Fun.
Try to mix it up.
I like it. So if I have to go take a 10-2, which is a poop when you're doing movie and television.
Okay.
It's what the PAs say. So
Is that what they say?
yeah, in case because like you can't say Rick Glassman's going to take a big dump. They say Rick's taking they don't even say taking. They go Rick's with the 10-2.
What's that mean? What's it come from?
Well, I think 2 for poop because 10-1 is pee.
What's 10?
Just to add something.
10 minutes? That's aggressive. That's an aggressive number if it's 10 minutes for a 2.
It's an aggressive number for more so for a 1.
And a 10 is too much time for a 1.
I think it's like how like
be a
police
520.
jargon you add numbers.
But what? Like 10-4.
Yeah, you know, kind of like if you were a teenager buying a nudie mag and you were trying to make it casual, you wouldn't just say nudie mag. You would bury it with the 10. You know, you'd get let me get some. I'll get these gumdrops
With 10 other things? You think the 10 comes from you bury a
I think
nudie
a 10
mag
is
with a
just a
specific
distraction.
amount of...
10 is just a distraction. More numbers.
Right.
Ari's taking a 2. They know what that means.
They may know what that means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I have to take a 10-2 during this, you could just.
I'd like to get to the etymology of that. I think there's something there. I think you can ask your Hollywood friends, the PAs, not your Hollywood underlings. I know you guys don't look at them as like equals, but like, yeah,
I think I'm friends with more PAs than I am with.
good. It's because you're a comic.
Yeah, you could tell someone's a good guy if they're friends with the PAs.
My first commercial, that's what they told me.
What does 10-2 in Hollywood talk mean?
Is that your mom?
No, I'm Googling it.
Oh.
Hollywood speak, words and terms you need to know. Ooh.
Is 10-2 in there? What else they got?
Oh, it starts off with
Talent means divas.
agent. It starts off with against. Oh, because it's alphabetical order. Well, then where's the 10?
Where's the 10? That should be higher.
Unless it's under T's.
You think they spell out 10-2?
I mean, otherwise there's no numbers. It would only make sense. No, because this came up.
That's not going to come up. This is a sham of a list.
What does 10-2 mean for pooping?
Nice.
Stool should be soft and passed early.
What?
I'll tell you, this
What-
looking. That's just what it says. Looking
Stool should be passed and soft and passed early.
should be soft and pass easily. I read it wrong.
Easily makes more sense. But wait, that's
Early makes
ideally.
sense.
And what do you mean soft? I think they're
What's the ideal poop? What your poop says about your health. We could do this
We got to ask
later.
Benji for this.
The truth is, I just did a gut reset recently because of all this. I'm actually in this world.
Yeah.
I'm not just a Hollywood actor. I'm also a guy who's trying to get his digestion right.
Both read Jew.
Yeah.
Benji said if you don't pee clear once a day, you're doing it wrong.
Peeing wrong or drinking and eating wrong?
Yeah, eating and drinking wrong.
Oh, what if it was just that you're peeing wrong?
Like you had control over.
Yeah,
that.
like you have to push differently.
Yeah.
You don't do headphones, right?
Sometimes I do it like DJ style. Talk. Yeah, got it.
All right, good. So,
How's Harlan Williams? I heard he looked into cameras a lot. Not cool.
he's good.
What's going on, buddy? You got Pass to the Comedy Store? It's a great shirt.
It's my merch.
Who would get it?
People are buying them.
Where? On their set of your Hollywood movies?
Listen, man, I'm a people of the PA.
Yeah.
POPA, baby. And the people who just, who are like people think, oh, they're not great, you know, but they're just putting their time in. And it's not about the Comedy Store. It's about if you feel like you're not past somewhere. You know, everybody has their version, right?
Everybody has
What's
a Comedy
yours?
Store. The Olympics.
What about the Maccabee Games?
I played once in the Maccabee Games.
Yeah, how'd you do?
We did pretty bad. Argentina didn't show up. We were in Israel, and they didn't show up. So they're like, "Hey, we have these jerseys. Do you want to field a squad for volleyball?" And so we did, and everybody knew we were like not the Argentinian volleyball team, and we were terrible. We practiced for like 1 hour.
So you kind of pirated Argentina.
Yeah, they're like, otherwise we can't have games for like.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Over there, when Argentinians refer to pirates and how they refer to Argentina, don't they call it Argentina? We'll be right back.
Gulp, 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 gulp.
This episode is presented by DraftKings Fantasy Sports.
Check out what DraftKings has to offer this season with code SHOESOFF.
Because life's more fun when you're in on the action.
DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Age and eligibility restrictions apply.
Void where prohibited. See
DraftKings.com for details.
This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp.
Hey, Rick, you know Valentine's Day is coming up, and you know nothing better that I can think of is to maybe get your mind right. Maybe try some therapy.
Become your own soulmate, whether you're looking for one or not.
Visit BetterHelp.com/Tyso to get 10% off your first session.
Month.
Off your first month.
That's BetterHelp.com/Tyso for 10% off your first month. Not Dead Yet Season 2 premieres on ABC this Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Want to catch up on Season 1? Go to Hulu. It's all there now. And if you want to catch up on a live Take Your Shoes Off podcast, switch the lower third. February 18th. That's Sunday, coming up in a couple of weeks.
That's not with Adam Ray, is it?
It's with Adam Ray and me live in Los Angeles at the Dynasty Typewriter.
Yes.
7:30 p.m. You want to come? You better get blazed. You don't have to get blazed, but I have a
But
feeling
you do have to get tickets.
you do have to get tickets, yeah, which the link will be in the description. But if you were thinking, I think I want to get high on that Sunday, that'll be a good Sunday to get high with the guys, Adam Ray and yours truly, Rick Glassman. Come check out a live podcast. Oh, as Austin Powers would say, oh, behave.
Yeah, everybody started cheering for us. They're like, Argentina. They don't have the G there.
Right.
They don't have a J. So they were going nuts for us.
They had
It
a
was
J.
great. Yeah. They have a J. Yeah. Who deal?
You know, last we spoke,
Yeah.
I was doing a holiday show, and I was talking about the origins of Hanukkah. It's actually where I was gifted this from Lisa Gilroy. She made me. Yeah, I like that, and it does. I see how you could think that looks like me. I also know that this is not probably, you don't do that for a living, so you did a really good job for what that is.
Thank you.
And I mean that. It's making me think of something that I'd like. Dex, are you able to Google something and put an image up? Could you look at Jewish propaganda?
No,
Just Jewish propaganda. You'll find something like that in the first.
That's you?
It looks like Jewish propaganda, doesn't it?
It really does. It really does. The nose, the legs look like a beard. Yeah.
The back is just a butt.
Ugh, that's
yeah. But and then I ended up looking up the origins of
Lisa Gilroy
of Hanukkah.
Her parents. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What did I tell you? Did I tell you anything wrong?
Yeah, your time frame was wrong.
Okay.
There were some other things, but I don't really remember. But I remember looking some stuff up. You hypothesized, or maybe somebody else did, and you adopted.
Yeah.
That the Maccabees they didn't really do what everyone's thinking. Now, is this your theory?
That's my theory.
Yeah.
8 brothers drove out the entire Roman army.
Right.
Or Greek. I don't know which one it was.
Right. That was another thing. I think it was Greek,
Yeah.
but I don't remember.
BS though.
Right. So
The story was shoved down our throats. Like, if you're brave, you can do it. No casualties. No casualties.
Your thought was they had already left at this point, and
They left.
now the Maccabees were looking around the corner. They realized the guards were gone, and they're like, "All right, don't worry, we took care of it."
Exact 100%. 85%.
Good. That's good. There's something that bothers me about a person that's sure.
100% and 0%. I'm like, then we're not talking. Then we're not talking. Oh, that lady's a 10. What, 0 room for improvement? No. 9.8 is like, wow, that's unbelievable.
But then that's out of 100, not out of 10. When people say something,
yeah.
when people start adding the decimals, then it's out of 100.
Right.
But that means if it's a 9.6, you're giving them a 10.
You can't disagree.
I'm saying by the logic of 1 through 10.
Yeah. I'd say let's do round. Okay, obviously, if it's an 8.6, you can round up to a 9. You can't round up from a 9.
So you're saying, kind of like in cards, in trading cards. Well, at least, so PSA, we got to make you a card. We got to make you a superhero.
These are all take your shoes off pods.
Look at them. They're awesome. They're previous guests.
Rick and Goblin. You had Goblin on?
Oh, yeah. Every week.
You had Blake Griffin here?
Every week.
What was he doing? Not practicing.
I don't like to talk about other
Mark
people.
Eric Griffin. That's his full regular, as I said. Andrew Cicino, you captured the lack of soul. Bobby Lee, okay. Mark Norman, no dick. Perfect. All right, these are pretty cool.
They're cool, right? Shout out to Scott Hepburn. And also shout out to the Woodworking Pelican for making these cool trays. But what were we just talking about? Cards, right. So PSA goes from 1 to 10. Professional Sports Authenticator. How do you say it?
Professional Sports Authenticator?
Authenticator is the word I'm looking for. BGS, they do half grades because they do it there's the centering, the corners, the edges, and the surface. So if you have 3, like let's say you have 9.5, 9.5, 9.5, and 9, they will give it a 10. However, if you have 10, 10, 10, 10,
yeah, you can't.
It's a different test.
You can't put those in the same category.
9.5, 9.5, 9.5. Excuse me, I said that wrong. 10, 10, 10, 9.5 is a 10 with a gold label. But if it's 10 on everything, it's a black label gold and it's pristine. So there's 2 different versions of 10.
It's like when gays have never had sex with a woman.
Go on.
Gold star gays.
Never heard of this.
Yeah. When they knew ahead of time. A lot of gays will have sex with women in high school, still trying to figure it out or trying to be something fit in society. Gold star gays are like, came out, knew I was gay, never even touched a lady.
Are gold star straights people that never even experimented and found out they didn't like it?
I'll go with that.
So you're not a gold star straight, correct?
Swipe.
I don't really know. It's just
Are you in
something
a
I said.
relationship?
Off and on, it happens. You know, I'm dating a dude now.
Yeah?
Yeah,
What's her name?
Tony.
Are you being serious?
Yeah,
Really?
first one. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah, it's weird.
We love to edit, you know?
I do not.
I've been feeling those instincts on stage sometimes. I'll say
Really?
something and I'll go
Swipe.
like, swiped. Yeah.
People are like, what?
Or something bombs. Just we'll edit that out.
I started to say 5-second rule. If you say something in conversation and it doesn't go over, like 5 second rule, I take it back. I take it back.
Does that work?
Yeah, for the people who aren't offended by it, you call some old lady a slut, and she's like, "Well, like 5 second rule, 5 seconds, sorry."
Oh, taking it back?
But the old lady's like, "No, I don't know. I don't want you to take that back."
I didn't know you did stuff like voices like that.
Yeah.
Is this what you since you quit your podcast?
Yeah.
And now you're starting another one.
Once I had you on, I was like, "What are we even doing anymore? It's done."
Are you done? Aren't you doing another podcast?
There was a scene in Battlestar Galactica, the new ones, where the lady goes out with the captain. The black chick goes out with the captain. And she has a perfect date. And she was like, that's the best.
Perfect or 10, 10, 10, 9, 5?
10, 10, 10, 10.
Pristine.
Gold star date.
Black label.
Black label date.
BLD.
Yeah. It's problematic. She was a black chick. Can't really call it a black label date.
Yeah, you could. It's not like it's a black Larry David, which is the real BLD.
That's a real BLD. So anyway, she was like, what a great date. Thank you so much. And he left, gave her a kiss. And then she was like, it ain't going to get better than that. And just blew her head off.
Whoa.
That's what I did with my podcast after you came on.
You thought mine was the best episode?
Yeah, probably.
I saw a lot of people commented that.
Best episode.
Yeah.
I had Barack Obama shortly after that.
The real BLD.
Yeah, didn't air it.
That's
the
crazy.
point? What's the point? It's downhill.
What did you guys talk about?
All sorts of stuff. He told me all the real stuff.
Well,
oh my God.
tell me some.
Let me tell you something.
We'll turn the cameras off.
First of all, the drone strikes, totally not real. Second of all, Michelle Obama, not a man or woman.
What is she?
From out of this world.
Well, I could have told you that. Camera's back on. She is out of this world indeed. Yeah. Did you?
He's sitting down.
Who PC'd it down?
Obama.
Do you-
Shit standing up.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, that's how he won.
The
He had
shit
more
standing
time.
up is weirder than peeing sitting down.
Yeah.
I typically in the mornings pee sitting down. How about you?
No. Unless I've combined it with a poop. You can't poop and then stand up to pee and then go back to, you know.
Can. It's not that hard.
Yeah, it's a free country.
You know, that just reminded me of a time back at Jewish summer camp
Simpler time.
when I pooped. I didn't have time to put toilet paper down. You strike me as somebody who doesn't put toilet paper down.
No.
Right. You strike me as someone who doesn't even know what toilet paper is.
I'll go shit shower. Almost always when I'm at home or in a hotel. Shit shower. Don't even waste the toilet paper.
How do you clean your tuchus from the shower? You use your hand. And then do you wash your hands with soap before you use your hand
and then
again?
I put soap on it, and then soap, butt and hand at the same time, and it's all
When you wash,
or I'll just spread and you know.
yeah, but
let it
with
run
what?
out.
What? How does the water get to it? Are you have a shower head?
No,
that you
I don't
take
do it
off?
like that. Nuh-uh.
So what do you do? You turn around?
Angle. Gravity helps.
Show me. Yeah, there's the shower head. There's your camera so we could see.
That one?
Yeah.
Shower head's there.
Oh, that's not really getting pressure in there though.
You don't need pressure. You need water, slight pressure. That's the gravity. You get pressure.
Well, I mean, if you want to just have no. Gross. Gross,
It's the second time I've done that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, dude.
Top right. Go. Yep. Nice. Wait, easy on the indoor stuff, please. Ari, will you not? Ari? Thank you.
Is it the pillows or the camera?
Just everything that's not the brown.
Shit, sorry.
It's all right.
I did wash my hands when I went to the
With your
bathroom.
knees.
Oh, yeah.
It's not that big of a deal. I'm so much better than I used to be, but that really does, like, chemicals are going through my body right now. And I know I'm drunk, and it's fine, and I'm okay. And it's good for me. I don't know if that's good for me.
I apologize. I didn't do it on purpose, but I still apologize. I didn't even think of that.
That's okay.
I'm sorry, man.
I'm still going to post the episode, but
I forget. There's so much to keep track of. I forget.
it's not that much. Just keep it on the brown. Phones are gross, dude. So is your butthole, apparently. You know, if you want to have a coal in your ass, don't add any pressure. But if you want a diamond, we're talking pristine.
Yeah. Anyway, that's how I do it. John Michael, take out the part where he got up and moved it.
No.
Put it back in right now.
No,
Swipe, star swipe, unswipe.
Star swipe is what I refer to your dirty butthole.
Yeah, it changed my life. During the pandemic, they're like, we're short of toilet paper. I'm like, I'm made for this.
Yeah, that's when I got a bidet.
They're nice.
I almost want to travel with one.
Do you ever get it where it hits perfectly in the angle and then
Almost
like,
always.
and then you're like you turn it off and then it all comes out. It's enveloped.
I know exactly how to sit. It's to turn it on. It's like just free throws, nothing, no rim, just nothing but net.
Wow.
I go here. Sometimes it hits the rim a little, but it always goes in. And then I'll have it loose a little bit to go up there, and then you just relax. Yeah, and then I never know, is it pulling out more stuff or
I
is
think
there
it is.
so much? It's
No,
at least
I think there's
water.
some stuff in there, and it's like you have a coffee cup, right?
You have my attention.
You put a little bit of it's the remnants, just a little bit of like beanie stuff and a little black water. You put a little water in it,
Right.
it gets most of it out.
Right.
That's what you do with
But
your butt.
still, when you go like this, it's still mostly water that's coming out.
I have an idea. You know when you say like nothing but net?
They do.
Turduncan. Something there?
Turduncan.
Dunk.
That's the turkey chicken.
Yeah, but dunk. Turd dunk. Something with nothing but net.
Oh, a turd
Yeah.
dunked in
Yeah.
the toilet. Brilliant.
Yeah. T-shirt it.
So I'm at camp. I don't have time to put the toilet paper down. And this is back in my days of, now I had seen arachnophobia years before, but it stuck with me. And you
Okay.
never know when there's a spider ready to bite your butt. So I had time to search, but I squatted and I missed the toilet. And I pooped on the ground. Now this is camp, so it's an outhouse, but it's still like a built-in outhouse with indoor plumbing.
I can't imagine you accepting camp. This is before you came into your butterfly into your.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay when I'm outside.
Okay.
In my house,
just
it's
in your
different.
house. Okay.
Well, it's not just that, but that's a simple way of doing it.
Yeah.
But then I was just always sad because I was just scared to leave home, and it wasn't an OCD thing as much.
Yeah.
Well, it's not actually, whatever. It doesn't matter. Not the point. there were some issues with the tents. But I like camping. I like being outside. I like getting dirty. It's fine.
Yeah.
But I pooped on the floor, and I don't know why I didn't pick it up. I don't remember. But I left the poop on the floor.
A solid one?
Yeah. I just left. Did I not know I pooped on the floor?
You knew.
I don't remember. There's a chance maybe I didn't realize I missed, and I wiped, and then I flushed, and I looked, and it was there. I'm like, oh, I got to get out of here. But before I left, I knew.
Before right, it wasn't like they got you in trouble later. You're like, oh, that's where that went.
Right. So this is, I think it was called, in Jewish camp, there's like halatzim, kineret, there's different things. And I don't remember which one they called this one. I think it was halatzim. But they call the halatzim, so it's the 2 years. It's 2 years. After halatzim was teens. And then after that, then you have to become a CIT, counselor in training, and then you become a counselor.
Yeah.
So this was probably summer going into 7th grade is my guess. Give or take a year. And they called a meeting for those 2 years. So I don't know, 120 kids. And they said somebody pooped on the floor.
I was gonna say, like, we don't want to be specific, but like, hey, we have a problem with it's a group thing because it's one person.
Well, so anybody, like if nobody is gonna
if you have any information leading to the arrest of this individual, there's a reward.
Nobody knew until today.
Extra bug juice for anyone who has information leading to the arrest of this individual.
And since they didn't know who it was, there was 2 like trouble kids, and they made the 2 trouble kids clean up the shit.
You kept your mouth shut,
buddy.
Yeah,
it's been, what would that be? 7th grade would have. So it's been 16 years.
Wow, it's half your life.
But what am I? 16 years? Yeah, 16 years. No, it's 26 years.
26 years. And how old were you then? 7th grade? 14?
13.
13. A third of your life, 2/3 of your life gone.
I think
by.
I've told this story before since, but.
I mean, what are you going to do? Tell them like, hey, sorry, just so you know.
No, those kids sucked.
Those kids sucked. They were trouble kids.
They were the trouble kids.
Yeah.
Pick up my shit, trouble kids.
He talks to PAs.
Yeah.
Is that a one-off shirt? Did you only make one of them? Or
no, I literally sell this
really?
as merch. Yeah, not passed at the Comedy Store. You want one? Or are you passed?
I'm passed. I was not passed. Is that kind of thing you have to give up? Like a heavyweight belt?
You're saying like once I get passed, I can't wear this anymore?
Yeah.
No.
You can still wear it.
Yeah, because it represents.
I was not passed. For at the time, the longest.
What size are you?
XL. In a sweatshirt, XL. Because of the length of my arms. You get it.
This is also
thin, but
the reason I'm wearing this now is because it's my favorite. I have a couple of hoodies that's merch for real.
It's comfortable.
Not an ad. I love it. It's the most comfortable. So I just got back from work. My arms are tired, and this is what I was wearing last night. And I just this is my pajamas basically.
Yeah.
What is? You're hearing something, right?
Yeah, you just messed up the whole set.
What happened?
You messed up the whole set, Rick.
Was it a blanketed statement?
It was a blanket statement.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, the blanket fell.
Didn't you say you're starting a new pod?
Yeah, I'm going to start a travel pod. I've already started recording.
Dude, then you got to get some of these because it's the most comfortable.
What is it? I have this one. This is a one-off.
What does it mean?
President.
It
means a
leader.
leader.
That's because
it means like a
when
leader.
Obama was on?
No, this is First Legion of Skanks. I'm the president of Legion of Skanks.
Oh, the Legion of Skanks consists of Big J. Okerson. I know him.
Yeah.
And then who else is on it?
Louis Gomez.
No
middle name. And Dave Smith.
Yeah, there's all these little fraternities in the comedy space that I still feel like what I felt like in high school. Everyone's nice to me, but I'm not part of anything.
Well, it's a New York podcast for sure.
You know, I looked at my analytics recently. My biggest audience, New York.
Really?
Oh yeah,
it's a big city.
Yeah, but the New York, the New York people and the English people like me.
Wow, England.
Yeah, that's my best
English
demographic.
Speakers.
People that speak English.
You ever go to England? Do
many
comedy
times,
there?
Many times.
Nice.
Yeah, I dated a woman there. If you know what I mean. A next of mine lives in London.
Oh,
and I would go there all the time, and I loved performing there.
Conlingus.
Yeah, I don't on stage.
Oh, well, they allow it there. It's art.
Where's your favorite place to perform?
The new one is Romania.
Yeah, you're big into the Romania and their couches. What's going on over there?
Oh, it's great. I just went, so I'm just thinking about it.
What do you think about performing in Argentina?
I've not done it.
How are you and your Do you talk publicly about that?
No, really.
We'll bleep also bleep when I said it there, so people don't know that you're straight. You can keep that in. You just did the Comedy Store last night, right? 2 shows?
Yeah, 2 shows. The man was great.
How'd it go?
It was awesome. O'Neill opened. Nate Bargatze opened.
Who opened?
Nate Bargatze.
Who was the first person you said?
Ryan O'Neill.
Right.
Yeah, we had Filthy, Clean, Filthy.
Right.
It was a nice.
Are you
nice
talking
crowd.
about material or your buttholes?
I bet O'Neill's is the cleanest. He's a bit like you, if you know what I mean.
But he has a bidet?
Yeah, he's obsessed with it. I tried around him. I took a shit in Laurel Canyon, and he thought it wiped my butt off with with Pepsi, and then like wiped it out. And then he's like, "What about your hands?" I wiped them in dirt, and he goes, "It's not clean enough." He's just like you.
Wait a minute. You think just because somebody thought
He's
that
just
you
like you,
wiping
man.
your butthole with Pepsi and then cleaning your poop hands in dirt isn't clean enough? You think that's obsessive compulsive disorder?
Yeah, pretty
My
much.
friend.
What? I think
I'm starting to doubt your theory on the Maccabees.
I pretty much understand this whole thing. I'm at a 10.
Gulp, 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 gulp.
Would you want to
He's a real clean freak too.
O'Neill?
He'd be like, wash your hands. Yeah. He just goes straight alcohol. He refills the things straight alcohol. He puts it in a restaurant. It stinks up the whole restaurant.
I try and have a balance of, if I'm going to eat, I'm going to wash my hands. But I try not to wash too much. But if there's something, if I'm anxious, I'm washing all the time. But if I could control it easier, it's like, no, it's good for me. It's good for me.
Yeah. You ever wash till it hurts?
Buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have lotion all over the place just in case. I also found a brand of soap. I should give a free plug to them. I think it's called EOS. We'll put up the picture here. It's
Irish Spring.
I don't know what it stands for.
Okay.
But it emulsified, like some of these clean soaps, like soaps that are like supposed to not dry your hands or whatever. It doesn't feel like you're cleaning yourself.
Yeah. it
This
feels like
soap
a rubbing.
emulsifies really well, but it takes longer to start drying your hands out.
What percentage of your listeners would you say have used the word emulsify in their whole life?
4%. Is emulsify that rare of a term? I remember learning about emulsifying agents in 10th grade, and
I
it
think it's
became part
closer
of my
to 4
vocabulary.
total. Unless you have 100 listeners.
Be honest.
Be honest.
If you in the comments,
Be honest though. Be honest.
be honest. Right, and I'll tell you what. I'll pick.
It doesn't count if you say it from now forward.
I'll pick one person. I'll pick at least one person, and it doesn't matter if you say you do use it or you don't use it.
Yeah.
I'll pick one of the people, and I'll send you a not pass at the Comedy Store sweatshirt. But you also
If they use it,
no. If they use it or they don't, I just want them to comment the truth,
okay.
and then I'll pick one of you.
Shame them publicly. Dox them. Send us your home address and your parents' home address.
What if whoever comments you are passed at the Comedy Store? I can't send you this,
Nah,
but I'll
you
send you a
really
different
can't.
sweatshirt.
You really can't. You really can't. It's no
Right.
offense. Just rules are
I
rules.
have used the word emulsify, or I haven't used the word emulsify. Of course, we're talking about from before you watch this
Before
episode.
that, yeah. From 2023 and before. Let's just make it easy.
So what if they used it? Or okay,
Odds are slim.
that they
But
would-
honestly, just before this episode. they'll
before
know.
this episode,
Yeah. Ever
ever once.
emulsify.
Do you think
You might have had some scientists, like students, as your listener base.
I of course I do. I have a big portion. My demographics are New York scientists, Jews, and a lot of them hit all three.
Yeah. They've emulsified in New York.
Do you use the word emulsify?
No, I've never used it.
You know what the word means?
I'm not sure.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So soap acts as an emulsifying agent. What that does is the water doesn't take the dirt off. So soap it bonds basically to two things, or at least. So the dirt connects to the soap, but then also the soap connects to the water. So first you have to emulsify it. You're connecting the soap with the dirt. So now the water will wipe the dirt away
It'll
because
take
it's
it with.
taking the
Take
soap
it with.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So emulsifying agents are like some things that will bond multiple things that wouldn't otherwise stick.
And then if you don't wipe the soap off with water, it just goes right back onto your hand.
Well, then you could maybe wipe it off in the dirt.
Yeah. New problem, but less of a problem depending on
Right,
what it
because
is.
dirt,
Dirt's
ironically,
not shit.
dirt
Can you make
and
that as a
dirty.
t-shirt? Dirt's not shit.
It's not bad. Maybe it's a one-off. When you think of dirty, like dirt is like, it's dirty if you're thinking about like getting your clothes dirty.
Right.
But I don't think, I love beets. I love eating beets.
Yeah.
And it tastes like dirt
Pure dirt.
in a good way.
Comes right out of the ground. It's got dirt on it.
I also like being out in nature. And like I was at this house the other day. I'm looking at houses. I'm maybe
you
a
really
little
to
ahead
buy
of
one?
myself. Yeah, the one I'm a little ahead of myself with what these houses cost.
Wait for the collapse. You're a little ahead of yourself.
They've
Really?
been saying that for a while, man.
They have. They've also been talking about downtown LA going through a rebirth for 20 years.
I have been hearing that.
Yeah.
You know, that happened in Cleveland with LeBron. When LeBron came to the Cavs, downtown Cleveland became cool. And it's, even though he left, it still is younger in a certain way, like nicer.
Interesting.
But there's this house I was looking at. We'll bleep his name, but it's and I don't know him, and I want to get him on the podcast and ask if can we figure something out. If
We buy it from you.
yeah, like let me get it for a little bit less, and I'll promote your podcast on every one of mine.
Yeah.
But
That's a good idea.
the outside, like there's this beautiful front deck, and it's like kind of in trees, and it's wilderness kind of, not really,
Wow.
and it smells like dirt in a way where it's like this just feels so nice. I feel like I'm outside.
Where is it? What's the address?
It's
Okay. An address? Phone number?
well we bleeped that too, so we're not going to be giving that.
Okay.
Just in case I buy it.
Is he thinking of selling it?
He's selling it. So
Oh, really?
So I don't want to give too much info, but he had his main house and then this house because they were downsizing and they changed their mind. They went back. So this house they only lived in for a little bit,
Oh.
and it's right up my alley. It's beautiful. It's got a beautiful place to record the podcast. It's not crazy big, but yeah.
That nature backyard is pretty chill.
Oh, I want to show you a video of it, but like.
Brindisi has a backyard and it goes like to like a cliff that like looks out of the water.
Where
just
does he
like
live
woods.
now? It's in New York, right?
New York, but it's just like so great. You feel like you're in a camp, like in a cabin away from everything.
Yeah.
Like the nearest neighbors are like 100 yards away on either side through woods. So it's like,
Yeah, if there's shit on the bathroom floor, you know who did it.
yeah, it was you or me.
You know, I'm saying it wasn't them. They're too far away.
I don't get it.
Hello.
Dad, did you know that this episode is sponsored by DraftKings?
No, I didn't, but that's a great sponsor.
What does pick six mean?
Well, in DraftKings language, I believe you pick 6 different prop bets for the Super Bowl and win great prizes.
Do you know anybody that's ever actually won anything?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I know several people that have won great bets on their DraftKings app.
Yeah, you know, there's something about betting sports that seems really difficult. What if you don't know about sports? I mean, do they give you any information or like?
Yeah, it's very easy to make your play on DraftKings. They give you different options. They make it very simple to use.
Is it true that if you download the DraftKings Pick 6 app now and sign up with code SHOESOFF, that's code SHOESOFF only on the DraftKings Pick 6, that the crown is yours? Is that true?
The crown is yours. Just use shoes off.
The crown is yours.
Yours.
Yeah.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 18 plus in most eligible states, but age varies by jurisdiction. Eligibility restrictions apply. Valid only in states where DraftKings Pick 6 operates.
Pick 6 is not available in all states.
Including but not limited to Connecticut and New York. For up-to-date list of states, please visit dkng.com/pick6states. Void where prohibited. See terms at pick6.draftkings.com.
You know, now I'm starting to understand that the crown is yours.
Is yours.
This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. Now, with Valentine's Day coming along, a lot of people sometimes get a little sad if they're alone or things aren't going well with their relationship. And the truth is, the most important relationship that needs to be nurtured is
One
with
with
David
yourself.
Sullivan. Oh, yes.
You.
No.
I mean, sorry, with me.
That might get confusing for the audio-only people. So
I
just
was
to be
pointing
clear,
at myself.
the most important relationship is with David
Is
Sullivan.
with Rick. Wait.
And then after that, it's with
Yourself.
yourself. In today's fast-paced world, it's really easy to not sit with yourself and instead distract yourself with all of these other things. That's where BetterHelp comes in. You can be matched with a clinical licensed therapist in about 48 hours, and if you don't like the therapist you matched up with, they can match you with another one at no cost. You do it all from the comfort of your own home. You don't have to worry about traffic. You don't have to worry about awkward interactions in the waiting room. I love therapy. And if you've been thinking about doing it, why not consider BetterHelp?
Become your own soulmate, whether you're looking for one or not.
Visit BetterHelp. BetterHelp.com/Tyso for 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Tyso. So you may have been hearing me talk about a very special episode coming up. I am here to tell you that next week we got on Arnold Schwarzenegger. People come up to me all the time and say, Arnold, I didn't hit the goal I set for myself. What should I do? Or they say, Arnold, I asked my crush and they said no, or I failed this week to get a promotion I wanted. What do I do now? My answer to them is simple. Learn from your mistakes and then say, I'll be back. Next week, Arnold Schwarzenegger takes his shoes off. Come check it out. At camp where I'm from, if you shit on the bathroom floor, no one knows who did it.
No one knows.
But Renazizi, it's much more secluded than mine.
So you would know.
You know
who
it's
did it.
his.
It's somebody in the family.
I like Steve a lot.
Steve rules.
Yeah.
For sure, actually.
This is Steve rules.
I forgot. Unplanned.
Oh yeah, how about that?
Yeah.
Is that me on the left?
That's old me. That's old
that
me when
looks
we
like
overlapped.
me from put up a picture of me in those glasses from the Undateable days. Yeah, that looks like me.
You were on Undateable?
Yeah.
Wow, congratulations.
Thanks. I'm a drama guy now.
What is that? 2 daytime Emmys?
One was for my show As We See It, and then I presented at an award show. Their
Presented
awards
as hetero?
I presented as
normal?
as gold standard hetero. I hosted one, and then I presented, and they made me an honorary
member of the.
Could you see it?
Astro Award.
Yeah, could you see what it was for?
Hold on. Some portrait. No, I can't. I cannot. It's in the light.
Best podcast host of all time.
That's official.
It's official now. This one's real. This one isn't.
What's that one for?
This one also is a little loose.
Yeah. They're like, we'll throw it together. I'm like, I could have done it. If you're going to do it right.
Yeah. He said you could just take the felt off and screw it tighter.
That's why it's not televised. It's kind of attitude, lackadaisical attitude.
It was streamed. It's streamed worldwide. We'll throw up a clip maybe.
And the Astra goes to Paul Giamatti for Holdovers.
Stop the music! Stop the music! Stop the music! Thank you. We're going to cut up real quick. I'll accept it. Wow, this is incredible. Thank you so much. Thank you. Nice to meet you both. Congratulations. You both look beautiful. I first saw Paul Giamatti in Win-Win, and I thought he was fantastic in it. And I just wanted to say, if Paul Giamatti is watching, I'm a huge fan, and I would love for you to do my podcast. For real. Greta would love it as well. Paul Giamatti. Paul Giamatti. Paul Giamatti. Paul Giamatti. Just the women. Paul Giamatti. Paul Giamatti. Okay? Paul. Yo. Paul Giamatti isn't, I don't know. You know. Thank you. And fuck artificial intelligence.
And now, please give it up for the vice chair of the Hollywood Creative Alliance.
Streamed. You were the least derided host of the evening.
The least what host?
Derided.
How many of my audience members do you think use that word? I bet you more use emulsify.
No way.
I don't even know what derided means.
You do too.
I don't.
Shit upon.
Derided?
Yeah.
Okay.
That definition won't be in Webster's. They won't say shit upon.
If you have used the word derided before this episode, say I've used the word derided. If you haven't, I haven't used the word derided.
Yeah.
Now,
and what's that t-shirt I said? Give him one of those. What was it?
Dirt ain't shit. Dirt isn't shit. I'm not going to make that. Wouldn't be that hard.
Gulp, 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 gulp.
You should make one and give it to him. Yeah. It's just water, buddy.
Yeah. Derided. Never heard of that.
Derided. Interesting.
Podcasting with you feels maybe the most like just talking to somebody.
Yeah.
You know, like
no, you got
a phone call. This feels like it's a phone call.
How is it normally? Is that why I don't have a card?
Who would you be
in the magic world? I don't.
In the magic world,
I don't know.
Is that what you call it? Magic?
Yeah. The Gathering world.
That's not magic. It's just
the Juggalos.
In the characters. It could be character.
An Ent. I'd love to be an Ent.
Like
LOTR.
What's his name? What's the guy's name from Clueless? Paul Rudd? Ent Man?
That's Ant.
Yeah, I don't know what Ent is.
What's Lord of the Rings?
What's an Ent in Lord of the Rings?
The giant trees. Regular sized trees, but they're sentient.
Sentient.
Sentient? Sentient?
Sentient. They're called Ents?
Ents. They were here before. They're here before everything.
I'm gonna look that up. You want to be a tree?
I wouldn't mind. Or the camel from Joe Camel. I'm already pretty close to that.
Oh yeah, you could be a tree. An Ent. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Archery instead of Ari.
Yeah, okay.
An Ent. How do you know that name?
The Ents?
Yeah. Is that
I read before I smoked weed. Stuff, the memories still stick.
Oh, and you used to read Lord of the Rings books?
Yeah, in high school.
Did you like the movies?
Grade school. First one pretty good. Then The Hobbit was sorry, I don't want to offend you.
It's okay.
It's ridiculous.
You could say ridiculous without offending me.
Okay.
What R word were you going to say?
That's it. I thought that might.
I watched the extended cuts about a year ago, all three of them, and
they didn't need to make The Hobbit 3. Like
I didn't ever see The Hobbit.
Yeah, the Lord of the Rings. Okay, sure, multiple. The last one you didn't go 3 hours. The last one could have gone 2 hours. The wrap up.
You know the credits. The credits are over a half hour. They're not as long as you think.
Wow, so many Jews to give it up for.
Yeah,
that's when we shine.
They the credits were so long. I was like, these movies, it's extended credits.
Yeah, that's the extended cut. It's like we're gonna show.
It goes from like 2 hours 15 minutes to 3 hours 25 minutes, but it's really 2 hours 15 minutes to 2 hours 55.
Really?
I mean, that's an arbitrary number I just set up, but something like
arbitrary. They I heard an interview with Tolkien, and he said
the black kid from South Park.
Yeah. That's true. What a great storyline that was. Like, no, Tolkien, what did you think it was? And he's like, I realized he's racist.
I forgot that was even a storyline. That's right. That was so funny. I was just thinking
because
of Tolkien.
It's 10 to 15 years in the making.
Yeah, right. That was brilliant. Yeah, his name's Tolkien.
Yeah. No, my parents.
But it wasn't a reference to
yeah, he goes, my parents were huge Lord of the Ring fans. That's why they named me Tolkien.
Funny.
What did you think they would call him? And you're like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was trying to be the most woke and like supportive of the gay community, of the black community, and then it was like you're the most.
That show's brilliant, isn't it?
It's to me, it's South Park, and then other shows that aren't bad, and then almost every show.
What about The Simpsons when we were growing up?
When we were growing up, sure. It's been 2 decades.
More than that. It's been more than that since I pooped on the floor at camp.
Yeah,
that show is the most influential.
That show ruled, and probably South Park would be like Well,
South
they had a
Park
whole episode.
Simpsons
did it. Simpsons did it. It was a whole episode. Yeah. They can't do anything because Simpsons did it. They've been around 30 years.
You know, I don't watch Simpsons really anymore. If it's on, but I don't flick channels because I don't watch cable anymore really. But if I ever see it, like I'll watch it. It still works, man. It's not the same, and I don't know if it's because I'm older or they don't have all the same writers or what.
This will get serious, but I know what it is. I saw a video on it. It was so smart. It was like there's 2 shows that are The Simpsons, seasons 2 through 11, whatever, and then every other season. It gets become a cartoon. Simpsons was revolting against the typical Hollywood sitcom. They were trying to like comment on that. And then sitcoms like Modern Family, whatever, caught up, but they're also disjointed and whatever, the Married with Children. And then it became like, oh, now we have nothing to comment on. So it was just left flailing.
Okay.
It did what it did, and then it kind of should have stopped, but kept going because it's like, well, why?
I watch it. It's still funny to me. I also love the characters so much.
Yeah.
I mean, Homer's voice works.
He became a cartoon of himself, so to speak.
Well,
but he would like be a bad dad, and then he was like, oh, well, this is now ridiculous. You're trying to jump over the gorge.
I'm not. I showed that. Are you saying that literally?
Yeah.
Yeah. And when he's
not jump the shark, jump the gorge, Springfield Gorge.
Yeah, I showed a clip from that when Steve-O was on talking because Steve-O loves what's his name so much.
Evel Knievel.
Evel Knievel.
Wow.
He said Evel Knievel wouldn't be as famous or wouldn't be famous
Wow. He's saying Evel Knievel would not be big if not for Steve-O.
No,
That's
not for Homer.
Ridiculous.
No, he said
Steve-O's
Evel
out of line with that.
wouldn't be big if Evel Knievel didn't hurt himself, fall so much.
You have to need some danger.
Yeah.
You need some danger.
You need a little danger.
Yeah. Agreed.
He was on the pod and he was talking about how for promoting
podcast.
this
it's a short form podcast.
Sorry. For promoting a special or promoting something, I think it was a special.
Yeah.
He duct taped himself to the side of a truck or something, or like a billboard, and drove through the desert to Vegas. And there were as a camera crew doing this once they hit Barstow or wherever.
But I was duct taped to the side of a billboard truck driven from LA to Vegas. And in order to get me out of the LA traffic without it just being a bust right away, they mounted over me on the billboard truck. They screwed on effectively like a coffin, like it was just like a box. So I'm in the box, duct taped to the truck.
What's the point of that if nobody could see it?
Once we get to Barstow, then we undid the box so that we could properly get me going 80 miles an hour down the highway.
I know it's logistics, but why not just tape you up at Barstow?
Oh. I mean, I don't know. We shot all day with the Jackass guys.
I wasn't even thinking. That's great. He rules. Steve rules.
Yeah, I never met him before he came on.
Oh, really?
But yeah, we had a nice conversation.
Always a nice guy.
Very nice guy.
Yeah. I knew him before the movies came out. He was just like friends with Bobby.
But the show was still going.
Before the show was going, yeah. Right. But he was friends with Bobby through like the skate community.
He was friends with Bobby, the skate community?
Through like the skate community. Through like
Were you a skater?
No, I was a poser. So I learned all those clothes to buy. E-America, Toy Machine, stuff like that to blend in.
Velcro wallets?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Chain? Baggy pants?
I take those out. Yeah, baggy pants. Sure.
Eyeliner?
No. You're thinking of Skater Boy. That's different. That's the Canadian skate scene.
Gotcha. I don't know the difference between the Canadian and the American skate scene.
It's just that one chick, Avril Lavigne.
She is the reason there's eyeliner?
Her real name is April Lavigne.
Is she Jewish?
Yeah.
I never would have known from Lavigne.
Yeah. No, it goes Levin.
Did you try to skate and you just weren't good?
I learned in LA at post comedy how to just skate around. Duncan taught me how to skate like down a curb. I can't do it. I'm going to Tony Hawk's skate ramp tomorrow, next day.
That's cool.
Yeah. And they're like, you got to drop in the ramp. I'm like, oh, dude, no, I'm just a poser.
Doug Pound and Johnny Pemberton. I feel like Johnny Pemberton does it.
Pemberton.
No, Pemberton?
There's an M in there.
Yeah, there's an M in a lot of things.
Yeah, and you pronounce them.
Not always. Okay. If you eat something good, what would you say? How many M's was that?
Many.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I bet you one of them silent.
I stand corrected.
Okay. Very good. I like Johnny. I want to get him on the podcast.
Yeah, Johnny's cool. You can hear your mind working.
Oh, that's funny because in that moment,
yeah,
I felt like I wasn't thinking about anything.
Oh, really?
In that moment, I was just like, yeah. Like, it's talking to you, it's easy to just kind of zone out. So you start a travel podcast. We got to promote it, dude.
Yeah, well, it's not out yet.
It will be by the time this comes out.
Okay.
This comes out in April.
Oh, really? Great. Perfect. Perfect.
No. But it'll be it's when does it come out?
What would you do? It's one place, 1 hour. It's not the name of it, but that's pretty much what it is. Where would you tell me about a magical place you've been?
Oh, a place that I've been, not that I want to go.
Yeah.
So like it could be about summer camp.
Yeah, but real travel.
Rome.
Great. Have you been there?
Yeah. And you know who I ran into there? Benji.
Oh, really?
He was just in Rome. He said he took a 23andMe and he found out he was a little bit Italian. And he's like, I got to check it out. I want to see my roots.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. And you just happened to run into him, or you both knew you were there?
I don't remember if we ran into each other. Yeah, I think we ran into each other. Or did we see each other's story?
Yeah.
I kind of feel like we ran into each other.
Really?
I don't remember. I have some pics, though. I'm going to give him a call if he remembers.
This is the kind of thing that'll be in the podcast.
Yeah, but we're doing it here.
Yeah.
But like it'll be a full hour on it.
Can you bleep out the name if it hasn't come out yet?
Yeah.
Okay. It's called.
I like it.
Thanks.
I like it a lot.
Thanks. Sal's idea.
Do you have a logo?
Yeah, it's a passport stamp with hello in a bunch of different languages.
Hi, this is Benji's grandmother. I'm an unpaid private, what would you call me? Personal what? Assistant?
A personal assistant. So call Benji as soon as you can.
I already called. This is a voicemail. Leave a message is what you want to tell.
Oh, well, then let's start again.
No, just say it. Just say it.
Okay, so leave a message, and maybe you'll get lucky, and he'll call you back. Bye.
Cute. That's really good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Remember back when voicemails were the original social media, just for your friends to hear a joke or see a joke. It was original Twitter.
Yeah, I remember when I called Dice, Andrew Dice Clay, called him.
I wasn't sure which Dice you meant. Yeah, I thought you meant the pit boss at the Mirage.
Dice man, come here, please. These aren't weighted correctly. I called him voicemail, and the guy was 50 at the time, and I was a new young comic, and I was like, "Well, hit this guy."
Oh, this is while you're working at the Comedy Store.
Yeah,
like for Vales. You're not friends with them.
I think I might have been. I don't know. Yeah, let's say it was Vales. John Michael, there's an edit coming.
No, just making sure we're still going.
Oh, and his voicemail was, "Hi, this is Andrew. Leave a message. I came back." And I'm like,
like
if this
Sam,
guy's not going to grow up, maybe I don't ever have to grow up.
And that's why I started wiping my ass with diet soda.
It might have been a Pepsi Zero. I don't know if it was real.
Have you recorded any yet?
Yeah, I've recorded like 20.
With whom?
DeStefano, Santino, Not You. I just did one with who? I'm trying to think now. Joe List was a great one about Machu Picchu. Yeah, so many. They're great.
Are they all like destination spots, or is anyone talking about like being someplace that's like
in America, or what?
Yeah, just like went to Marina Del Rey.
Oh no, not yet. I'd rather go like away, but we'll eventually get to that.
So you have to
could be
have
like
people
Joshua Tree
that could afford nice trips. Then
no college, gap year kids,
people that and now it's closed, or I guess Old Navy, right?
What?
You're talking about the kids that worked at the Gap?
I feel bad that you said that and that I didn't get it right away.
Well, that's
I just feel bad
about that part.
Twice. Yeah.
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 Did
Tell me
you-
about Rome. Tell me running into the thing.
But also, real quick, you said people in college. Does anyone talk about
You're abroad?
J. Crew? Rowan J. Crew?
I'll allow it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, is it all international, or is any of them American Eagle?
There you go.
Domestic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, almost made you Abercrombie and Fitch. Flinch.
Is that all you got? There's got to be another one.
I don't want to be too, edgy and maybe too like Macy.
Yeah.
Racy.
That shirt makes you really brings out your Nordstrom rack.
Oh, thanks, man. If I did have bigger pecs, I would maybe want to dance at Bloomingdale's, Chippendales. Maybe we could tie in something Chip with the Pit Boss, Dice,
Chips, yeah,
Turdunk in.
Yeah. Oh, that was a good time. Remember that one? Which episode was that?
That was this one.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? We do
Star
this.
wipe. Yep.
It's just your butthole. We do this. We have these conversations, and it's like it's a good time. But it's like if we didn't have the podcast, this wouldn't be happening. It's
not true. Not this.
I mean today.
Riffing.
I don't mean
Right,
our relationship.
No, it would not be happening. I would have been driving to
But
Bray
the way you
already.
said not true, you literally made and had a point you were going to reference when we went to the museum.
Yeah.
And got in trouble, kind of.
We got in trouble, not kind of. Fully got in trouble as adults.
And we didn't even do anything.
It wasn't our fault. It wasn't us. It was this idiot.
Well, I don't like to speak about other people.
Oh.
She was just excited. Sounded like the way a woman farts.
You kept egging her on.
How did I egg her on?
You egged.
Did I?
Yeah, you egged.
Tell me, I don't remember.
I was trying to walk away. You were egging.
I was just wanting to get the picture.
No, yeah, you were like, let's. I guess we should include the audience.
They get it.
They get it. So I tell you later. You
could
do we have the picture? Do you have it?
I think it's at my girlfriend's place still. I put it. I think it's still there.
Do you remember the exhibit we were going to see?
No.
With the artist? He's a photographer.
Yeah, I remember. I could tell you a lot of the pictures that we saw. I don't remember her name.
Yeah. Ran into some lady who was like, "You're a comedian, right?" To one of us, maybe me. Because for you, it would have been an actor. So I think she said comedian. She didn't say, were you in Keeping Up with the Joneses? Your only role ever?
Is that what you were in? With David Duchovny?
I don't know.
Oh, that's the Joneses.
Yeah. I don't like to say. It was pretty bad. I'm pretty embarrassed about it.
I don't really get recognized as from TV much.
Really? But TV's more popular than ever.
I get paid most for it.
Yeah. I love coming here to LA and seeing people driving like nice Porsche cars. And I'm like, wait, are you on the road this much? And they're like, no. I just get paid that Jew money.
Well, it's not that much. I'm still renting.
Yeah.
But I am looking at Bleep's name house.
You got a fireplace though.
Yeah, but it's gas. It doesn't actually heat. And the owner doesn't want me to put actual wood in there. So it's just looks.
Can you put actual wood in there?
Yeah, it's got a proper chimney.
But he doesn't want you to put wood in there.
He doesn't want it. He doesn't think the chimney's proper, but I checked it.
Chimney, chim chiroo.
Chim chimney from Argentina.
Oh yeah, full circle. Can you make it like a full circle?
You know, I've always think when people talk about full circles, it's just a circle. If it weren't a full circle, it would be it would be a U.
Yeah,
at most.
It's redundant. Everyone's used redundant. We don't even have to go to the poll.
I mean, definitely compared to emulsify and I don't even remember.
I don't remember either. Oh,
more to the point that I'm making.
Yeah.
That people don't really use that word. Is that derivative of derogatory?
Possibly.
Or as this would say, possibly. Buddy, you can't get mad at that. Come on. We added in some vomit.
Damn it.
You and Bill Burr
I saw your
all
thing.
over the place.
What?
When Bill Burr came on, he was coughing a lot and there was just a whole bunch of vomit.
I saw your thing with Little Esther.
What's my thing?
Little Esther. And when she was like, Rick, don't put stuff in my mouth. Are you doing it right now? Rick, don't.
What would you do if I diarrheaed on your couch? Oh, you have a blanket down in case I do. Never mind. Oh no, you're doing a cartoon. This is why I don't like coming here. This is why I don't. Do not do a cartoon of that.
Esther, fuck.
Do not do a cartoon of that. Do not do, our editor, do not do a cartoon of that. Answer the fucking question.
Yeah, like you're not going to that. I don't even know if it was in my mind then. Please don't make me have diarrhea. You're drinking that like you're trying to pretend you didn't open it.
When you're religious Jewish, I remember something from Yeshiva. It said like you can't tear on Shabbos, but you can for food. You can open up a bag of chips, tear it open.
But what can't you tear?
A piece of paper.
What about a fart?
You can rip a fart. tear.
Ripping a fart is aggressive.
Through this house, what?
Ripping a fart is aggressive. If you just have a little fart, like what you just did, that feels like kind of tearing a fart.
Versus.
Yeah. What would you call this one?
Can you push this really, really loud for me?
I don't want a bag on my rug, and that's funny to me.
I did that? That sounds like me.
Of course.
It sounds like me.
Of course you did that.
Yeah.
You know, you look, you act, you behave. Your whole vibe is dirtier and grosser than your soul and who you actually are, which is an interesting thing that you're selling. And I wonder how much of that is a defense.
Ooh, interesting.
Because you sell this thing that, like, I've known you for a very long time, but it wasn't until you came on the podcast last time.
Yeah, 2 times ago.
This is only your second time on.
None true.
Oh, yeah, one-on-one. I meant here in this place. Right.
Yeah.
We did the one with Jordan in New York. But I meant here. Where I was like, oh, yeah, you're just a nice Jewish guy I grew up with.
Yeah. That
you're
type
just
of guy.
like fun,
Yeah.
funny, nice.
Yeah.
You know, like you touched the blanket, the pillow that I didn't want you to, and you're like, oh, I'm sorry. You didn't be like, oh, sorry, and put your balls all over it. You know, but you sell that thing. What is that? Because are you that sometimes? What is that?
I just find that funny. I find that stuff funny.
But
ripping a fart into a mic, but I wouldn't do it around like older people.
Ripping a fart in a mic is funny. I don't care how old you are.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about that joke.
Yeah.
I'm saying the vibe of like this thing, and like you're very crass. You make certain types of jokes. You do stuff with your balls and your penis.
Yeah.
You wipe your butt with soda.
But not really at home. Right, not at home. I'm not going to twist my balls into a helicopter and let it fly open at home. On stage, it's a different thing.
Right. So that's because that's what you're selling.
Yeah, I find that hilarious.
So is that you making fun? What if I were really this way?
But I do it not recorded too. I'll do that to just friends.
Right.
Maybe not you because you're such a germaphobe. So you want to test a line for real. But like if it's like Renazizi and O'Neill and I come in, I'm like, hey, does this look weird to you guys? And then I'll just have my balls all twisted up.
Right. So that is you.
Yeah.
You still have that in you.
Yeah.
So you're being kind by not
yeah.
showing me your ball. This is extending an olive branch. Your olive branch is not your olives.
It's kind art. I'm just really giving you a kind bar, Ari.
Yeah, I guess, but we were doing clothing stores.
But you switch it to the chips.
No, you were just talking about not tearing chips.
Oh yeah.
Oh, right, the chips from the poker room.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway,
you guys still listening?
You can tear for open stuff, but they were like, hey, this is a real Dvar Torah they gave. Just because it's torn open, you can already drink now. You don't have to rip it all the way off. That last rip is a sin. So leave
wild.
Leave it like that. Oh, it's wild.
Because also, those weren't
God's gonna be
around
like,
when this was
how
invented.
dare you? What? No, this isn't soda.
Bottles weren't around when this Jew rule was invented.
Right.
So they're just like trying to figure out how do we bring these Jew rules into today's technology.
It's not even Shabbos. What am I doing? Are you going to air this on Shabbos?
No. But I mean, it won't premiere on Shabbos. But I'm not going to make it private every Friday. if every Friday, from Friday to Saturday, sundown to sundown.
You have it up?
No, I take my YouTube channel down.
It's nice.
Just with the Jewish guests.
Just have a star up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, one time he was reminding me, but as long as it's a dead moment. Me and my brother were in Israel, and I guess I would talk about this, but we were in the Church of the Holy Sepulchre.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, one of the best churches. Top 1,000 churches.
There's not too many churches, but more than you'd think in Israel.
Yeah. Well, there's a Christian quarter. Anyway, we both went to yeshiva, and we were like, we only went to the Jewish quarter. And my brother.
Would you explain yeshiva?
Yeshiva's a school, but for Jewish religious learning. It's like pre-law for rabbi.
Same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Law school is just American Hebrew
it's rabbinical school. It's seminary.
Right.
Anyway,
and you did this because you were going to be a rabbi.
8 a.m. You go pray. Then you have you maybe learn a little bit, learn the Torah a little bit, and then eat. Then learn till 12.
Isn't there also? Don't you have? There's like a 3-hour break for going to the bathroom for your stomach aches.
Yeah, there's a lot of bathroom breaks.
Okay,
it's all Jews, so it's problems. Anyway, so he's like, we never went to the Christian quarter. We wouldn't go to the Arab quarter. It was a little. You can go to the entrance of it, but then you can't go too deep in.
Really, in Israel still?
Yeah, it's like don't. If you're American, like you should be fine. But they were like, it's a bit risky
because they would feel mad at you that like you're being disrespectful.
No, they might just do so. It's like you don't go to the South Side of Chicago.
Leroy
It's not because
Brown.
like how wait. I'll do it. I'll do the black accent. How dare you come into our town?
Good. Every time you do that voice, I want to hear it 30 minutes later. I found out that the South Side of Chicago was a bad area from that. What's his name? Who sings?
In West Chicago, born and raised.
No, Leroy Brent.
Leroy Brown.
Cat Stevens, is
Downtown
it?
Leroy Brown. Baddest man in the whole damn town.
town.
Whole darn town. Sorry, cut that. Put that darn in. Hey, I'll give you
Meaner
a
than
clean
a
darn.
junkyard dog.
I'll give you a clean
Is that
darn.
Cat Stevens?
Darn. What?
Is that Cat Stevens? No,
Almost definitely not.
no. But it's who
Swamp
sings
Dog?
Bad Boy Leroy Brown?
Downtown Leroy Brown.
Jim Croce.
Jim Crotch.
I think of Cat Stevens and Jim Croce because I got into them both from my mom had CDs of both of them, and I would listen to them around the same time.
So he's like, let's go to the Christian quarter. Let's see it. I got Steve Simone, like a cross from like that you put on the fucking where they wash Jesus. And
Is Steve's
religious.
Is he?
Yeah, in a good way. Anyway,
Yeah.
so I'm walking around Church of the Holy Sepulchre, turn a corner, and it just
Benji.
Tom Rhodes. Comedian Tom Rhodes.
I don't know if I know Tom Rhodes.
God damn it! The whole thing is worthless. It's worthless if you don't know him.
It's not just for me though.
He's a comic. Glassman. If you don't know him, you don't know him. Then it's like, what's the point? It's not even a thing. God damn it, dude. What's the point of a story unless you know him? You'd have to know him. Fucking shit. I paid for my own Uber for this.
Did you?
$15.92.
1.5?
Yeah.
And you're going to Brea.
God damn it, bro.
I'll get you an Uber back.
No, give me my time back from that story.
Okay.
You don't know Tom Rhodes. It means nothing. So we're in the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, and I'm walking around. I turn the corner, and I see Benji Aflalo. Just come right. Ari? Benji?
That was good. Fun bit.
Thanks. That's the kind of thing that'll be in the podcast.
Do you know when the podcast comes out?
I don't. I'm talking
you have
to
20
a few
recorded.
people.
What are you waiting for?
I'm deciding to do a network or do my own and hire a guy. I need a John Michael. I don't have a John Michael.
John Michael isn't that. John Michael is much more important and much more helpful and much more. He's the best.
Yeah.
But that's not what John Michael does. Unless you're talking about an editor.
Editor,
if you're talking about like
someone put it up.
Yeah. That's like
someone to take out. I want to take out all the names of places. I don't want to ruin any place.
So when people are talking about where they're from, every name is bleeped. So you won't know where.
No, the city, places that you already know about. If you're talking about going to the Eiffel Tower, it's out. But if you're talking about going to this one restaurant, I'm like, I don't want to ruin that place. I don't want people showing up to
gotcha.
To walk in someone else's footsteps.
Yeah, but you want a producer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hear you.
And I never known how to get it. I did it all on my own before. So
why don't you do who ever did it before?
It was me kind of to start.
You had somebody editing it.
Editing it, yeah. I need somebody.
Understood.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, people might be reaching out to you.
Yeah, maybe.
It's hard to find good help these days. You got to find people that match your thing.
Yeah, they got to match your vibe.
They gotta
How many in was John Michael?
That we messaged with, or that actually worked on the pod?
Worked on the pod.
5 or 6.
Damn.
But the person before John Michael, shout out to Perry. Perry Groen, put his Instagram handle up here. He's great. He's in Austin now. He has his own production company doing stuff.
What's he doing? Like ice road trucking?
I think he's doing ice road trucking and making like just other videos. I apologize if you're doing more than this, I'm sure, but I've seen him do a few like music videos and stuff.
Damn.
But the British ex-girlfriend of mine, she was helping me produce my podcast for a while.
It's really smart to get into business with someone you're having sex with.
It really helped us get close because especially like during the pandemic, and she was stuck in London and I was stuck here.
Yeah.
And then it was like it was nice. Like you're not just talking about like
what else did you do today?
Yeah, which is fine. But like we were working on a thing together. It was nice. But she found John Michael because I get a lot of people, because we edit so much, a lot of people email and want to do stuff. And it's a bit overwhelming to look through it all. And also some people do it like, hey, I'm 22 and I'm looking for a job. And some are like, hey, I've been editing for a long time. Like,
yeah.
So, and she, whatever John Michael wrote for some reason, she like, hey, reach back out to him. She only reached out to some people and had him make like a little reel of like some of my commercials, and he did a good job. And then
that's cool.
John Michael started working just on some of the episodes. And then when Perry stopped doing that and moved, and John Michael just took over, and he's just great. But it still is a lot, like the production side of it outside of the editing is still so much. Even just writing the copy and the commercials and the
getting the camera angles,
booking the people.
Forget the specific stuff for you and your peculiarities, but just the regular things.
Yeah, the idea of showing up and then leaving and having somebody take care of it sounds nice.
This is what I'm doing too. Like, I don't. Do they show up and grab the stuff? Or you just upload it?
No.
No one cares about this.
Yeah, I do all that. But yeah, you did that with your iPhone, and then one of the phones stopped working, right?
It stopped. I would fuck it up.
We did one,
all
and
the
then
time.
one of your cameras like just
Yeah,
or
just
your
died in the
iPhones.
When it just died in the middle. And it's
Oh, you
God.
said that.
Oh yeah, I was
footage
recording in slow mo. I
you
recorded the whole
recorded in
thing in slow mo. There was like 7,000 gigabytes. It was so fucking big. 2 hours of slow
It
mo
just looked like
that
you
I
ate
had to
some
try
mushrooms.
to figure out. Yeah. Also, slow mo of a podcast is very not exciting.
Yeah,
A
typically
slam
people
dunk,
listen in 1.25. A Turduncan.
A Turduncan. Yeah, I've shit yourself while you're dunking.
Yeah. So what are you waiting? What are you waiting for then? They're not even edited then. You just have all the footage.
Not edited. Yeah.
Because you got a lot in the can, man.
Well, I want to get a few.
They're gonna be a year old by the time you post.
Doesn't
them.
matter. They're all evergreen. Your trip to Rome is like, it doesn't have to be out now. And then what the best thing is, I can get these gone, and then I can leave this fucking country for like 6 months, and still.
The
have
only
them
reason
come
you're
out.
here is for getting guests.
No, I just like doing stand up, but I will leave at some point.
Where do you
I'll
want to go?
South America. Just
Argentina?
Go off the grid for a while for
You wanna
sure.
go to
Argentina. Yeah, maybe back to Asia. I just want to get lost. Don't you ever just want to get lost? Leave your phone and your computer at home.
I
Just
do love
figure it out.
going. I mean, I like to go take walks, or even like if I'm watching TV here, I like to put my phone upstairs.
Great, that's so smart.
I've thought about like I want to get a landline. So if like
Brent Weinbach has that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes story tracks.
Probably for even a different reason.
Yeah.
But I want to get a landline and just give my number to the people that need my number, and then never have this on me at home.
I did it once for July a few years ago, pre-pandemic. I turned my whatever AT&T or Verizon, whatever it was. I was like, hey, take texting off my phone. I don't want that feature. And I plugged my phone in and tied it in to a charger, and then left it in the kitchen. And I was like, it's now a landline. And for a month, I was like, only had a landline. So if you texted me, it would bounce back.
What did you?
If you called, you could leave a message.
What did
and
you
I
take
couldn't
away?
use it. It was great. Once you left the house, it was like no tether.
Huh.
It was great.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wouldn't use it. But if things like flights and stuff, I would like have to like go to a computer and print up or write down.
Wait, you wouldn't even bring your phone when you traveled on a plane?
No. Yeah, so I just have to write down my itineraries and stuff.
And you did that for a month?
Yeah, it was just
what
awesome.
What inspired this challenge?
Glastonbury. It's just like too much connection. You know how it is.
Yeah.
So it's just try to like give yourself because otherwise you'll be like, I'll use it less. And then it's like, oh shoot, I've used it so much.
Yeah, it's like saying you're not going to masturbate anymore.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck.
Yeah, you say that right after.
That's the best time to do it. It's like, I'm going on a diet.
Yeah.
Oh.
They say don't go to a grocery store full, and don't convince yourself you won't masturbate just after you came.
Yeah. Don't go to a grocery store hungry.
Go to a grocery store full.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't masturbate hungry. Don't masturbate full.
Yeah. Although that's actually really great too.
Masturbating full?
Yeah.
Just like if you're so full, I got to get something out.
Belly rub. Yeah. Clear some space. I don't want to get bulimic.
Little mashed potatoes come out. Speaking of which, I got to take a pee. A standing
Me too,
pee.
at 10-1.
You want to do it and I'll do it?
Yeah, cross stream. You won't.
Ghostbusters reference?
Yeah.
I want to, real quick. There's a cross stream reference at the HCA award shows. I met up with a buddy of mine, Ryan Hansen. Do you know Ryan from Party Down?
Nope.
Well, he came down. He came on when he came on the pod. We went to the bathroom, made a Swords reference. Do you remember Swords? Did you play Swords ever with friends? It's crossing streams.
Okay.
But you do it to each other's faces. No. You just swords in the toilet with the streams. And we went pee and we came and we were like pretending that we were going to do it. So we pulled down our pants as we do on this podcast, and we're going to animate just our penises peeing and sorting.
Yeah.
But he pulled down his pants. He had so much pee in his underpants.
What do you mean? He peed?
He swipe to it.
Oh God.
I think a big part of the phone being something you want to grab too is also like we use it for so much that you think I think like I'm gonna need this.
That's one of the ways it gets you. You think that, but then sometimes you totally red lights. That's what I do now. So all I need to see is a red light.
That's what I do.
Do it alone, like red light, red light.
Yeah,
We're good.
I'm just going like this.
Yeah, I'm so shell shocked from like losing podcasts.
It happens sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm upgrading my system soon, I think.
To what?
New, nicer cameras.
I have the nicer ones. Blackmagics.
What's that?
I have the nicer ones.
I'm getting some nice ones.
Yeah. I have the,
Is that
I
our
have the
house?
I have the nicest ones.
Mine are these are going to be the nicest.
Mine are the lenses that Kubrick uses.
Those are so old and outdated.
Fuck.
And I'm thinking I might even want to get some acoustics on, especially
I
that
did
back
that
wall.
better, yeah.
So you're going to say something about this?
Yeah, you ever like, hey, let's go get coffee or let's go to a movie. And then like,
sure,
we'll walk like a minute away. And then I'll be like, oh, shoot, I have my phone. And you'll be like, well, I have the tickets on my phone. It's okay. And it's like, well, how are we going to get there? And it's like, well, you're like, well, you have your like Google Maps. Like, you know how to get there. And it's like, I should get it.
I do.
Even
I
though
get
it's
what
like,
you're saying, but I feel
need
safe
it.
if somebody has it. Like when I'm with my girlfriend and we're gonna go just walk the dog. So it's just you don't need anything there. I still want one of us to have our phone, but I don't need mine. So I love when she has hers.
Right, that's what I mean. But it's still that instinct is like, I should go back and get it.
Even if somebody else has one?
Even if like your girlfriend has one,
Yeah.
it's still like, but it's better not to.
Yeah.
It feels so free. Sometimes before a
feels
date, I'll
so
be like,
good.
you know what? I should be present. Let's go out.
Yeah. Sometimes if I forget a phone, and that anxious feeling, and then I make the decision like, no. It's almost like not washing my hands. It's almost like, no, this is good. And then I feel like,
gulp, gulp, gulp.
it feels so good.
Yeah. Did you wash your hands just now?
No, I don't wash my hands when I pee in the house usually.
I washed my hands.
I heard.
Water.
But then you coughed huge all over everything when you opened the door. I would have preferred you not wash your hands and keep your cough in your body. I wash my hands before I go pee. When I'm out. Which part of that are you laughing at?
Coughing. You heard from upstairs.
Oh, yeah.
I could see you being like tapping it and just going.
And we're back. Yeah, not having it.
So you got to do it.
There's two things that I think of.
Yeah.
Waking up early, and I'm talking like out of bed by 7.
Right on it.
No. Two separate things.
Okay.
I'm saying whenever I woke up at 5 something this morning because I had to go to work for like a minute. We filmed a 6-second scene with no dialogue.
And then you really went to work?
Yeah.
You said you were working 6 to 8. You went to work?
I went to work.
Wow.
I was done way before 8 at the Fox lot.
Yeah.
And then I'm done. And I'm like, I'm up now so early. It feels so good. Whenever I wake up early and whenever I'm like going someplace without my phone, I'm always like, do this more.
Yeah, you're right. And then you don't.
I do with the phone more
That's
than
good.
waking
That's
up
good.
early.
Yeah. I just can't control it.
Waking up or the phone?
The phone.
Well, that's why you have to not have it.
Yeah, that's not. It's like I don't want to smoke cigarettes, but then having a pack in your pocket.
Right.
It's ridiculous. There's no way.
Sometimes I'll even I just check something or I'm setting an alarm on the phone or whatever, and then I'll just check.
Well, let me just waste an hour. As
Yeah.
long as I got to set this alarm, let me just waste an hour on other stuff.
Let's see what Bitcoin's doing today.
What's it doing? What's it up to?
Well, by the time this comes out, we'll put it up. But right now, it's in the mid 40s.
No, I mean, what kind of things is it into, like socially?
Oh, I guess what's it called? What's it called when you're shaking up the norm?
SIDS, sudden
No,
overdose syndrome.
they talk about this in Shark Tank all the time with a brand. It's
I know it. I know what you're talking about.
Disruptor.
Disruptor. I learned that from that show that TJ was on.
What show?
Silicon Valley.
Oh, TJ Miller.
Yeah.
That was a great show.
Yeah, it was.
Are you friends with TJ?
Mm-hmm.
He's funny.
He's wild.
Are you saying that unrelated to the funny? You're just saying like he's like
Oh, he is funny. It's a yes and.
Yes, and he's wild.
Yeah. He's fun.
Yeah.
He gets down. He's always like,
What does gets down mean? Like if there's like someone's
He's like, let's go. Let's hit it.
Oh, my buddy David Sullivan's like that, but probably in a different way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm like, hey Dave, I'm hosting this award show and I need somebody to do a bit with me. He's like, let's do it.
Oh.
Hey Dave, I'm thinking about going. I was in I'm in Cleveland where my parents live, and David was filming something in Australia, and we're like, do you want to? I was going to go to London, and he had some time. He goes, I'll go. So
What?
I'm like, great. I'm like, do you want to meet there, or if you want to come? If you come soon, I'm going to be in Cleveland for a few more days, and my parents love it. Like we're all very close. He's like, I'll come to Cleveland for a little bit, and he also doesn't. He loves to. He likes. He's not Jewish, but he does like to find the cheapest way to get from Australia to Cleveland. So he flew from wherever he was in Australia to another place in Australia, which happens all the time.
Oh,
you know,
sure.
you fly
Yeah,
out,
that's the first one. Yeah.
From Australia to LAX.
You certainly can't get home from Darwin.
Well, you could. From LAX, he flies into LAX,
Yeah.
then takes an Uber to Burbank.
It's a long Uber.
Burbank to Vegas. Vegas to Chicago. Chicago to Cleveland. Gets in, spends the day with us, goes to sleep, wakes up fine. I'm tired, but like, what are we doing?
Wow.
A day and a half later, we fly to London, and I bought a first class ticket because if I'm gonna go the long thing, I just I did
not do it the cheap way.
I'm on with the pod, and I'm just like, I'm comfortable, but I'm not able to fall asleep.
Yeah.
He has wrote himself in economy like this. He's just sleeping. He's fine.
Who
He's
is
just
this guy? He sounds awesome.
Oh, he's the best, dude. You would maybe know him. He's friends with a lot of comics. I met him
What's his
through
name?
comedy. David Sullivan. He's like a proper actor, but he's friends with, and he's very funny.
Interesting.
You would maybe know if you saw him, but the type of guy, like if you go somewhere, like if there's an event that I'm supposed to go to.
Is that the guy from Party Down that was the lead? Is that who
That's
you're talking
Ryan
about?
Hansen.
That's Hansen. That's him.
No, the lead is Adam Scott.
Oh, then
maybe.
I don't know. No, Adam
Martin
Scott.
Starr. He's kind of got your look. He's in it too.
He was in TJ's show.
Yes.
No, anyway, back to Sullivan.
He'll come to whatever. What are we doing? And he'll also he's if there's music, he's dancing. He's
Yeah.
like, you hungry? Always.
This guy's like Batman.
Go on.
He's just like ready to have a
Yes.
second. Like, can I?
Go ahead.
I should have asked before. I didn't.
You gonna fart in the mic?
Nope.
Go ahead.
John Michael, can you do like a Batman spin? You know, maybe I'm doing the thing right with Sullivan's face.
Yeah. That's more of a Tom thing. John Michael could do it, but
Oh, it's not John Michael?
John Michael does the editing, and for the animations, it's my buddy Tom.
Okay, John
Shout out
Michael,
to
can you write a
London.
note to John?
Tom.
Sorry.
You know what
back up.
we do a lot of time is the Looney the Looney Tunes, the end for the Porky Pig thing.
Uh-huh.
We do that one a lot. So it's a similar vibe.
But that you know that spin thing.
Right. Yeah. So now? Or when
No.
you said it?
Yeah.
They already saw it.
They saw it.
This is just behind the scenes.
No. Then do it. Then do it now.
Anything else?
Well, Richard.
You going to Brea, right?
Yeah, I'm going.
Straight from here?
Straight from here.
How are you getting there?
Automobile.
Do you have one?
No, O'Neill has one.
Good.
He's going to pick me up.
So I was going to say, I want to I get you an Uber, but I don't want to get you an Uber to Brea.
Yeah, that's far.
Yeah.
That's far.
You know, you're the only podcast I've ever done that paid me to do it.
Oh yeah.
And I would not have accepted the money, but the round trip Uber from Jersey to
Jersey?
you
Jesus.
was I was like, I'll take it.
Yeah.
It's like $80 each way.
Wow. $250 by the end of that podcast I was paying.
Yeah, you paid me $250. I made $90 on it. So I got to get you a nice Uber.
Well, the
I'm not gonna give you any
$15.92 is
cash.
still like still sitting there.
I would have gotten it
between us. Would have. Yeah, it's funny. Would have.
Yeah, I
I'm
didn't know.
gonna drop my car off and then I'll get an Uber. There was no like, no, let me get that. The opportunity was there.
I missed it.
Yeah,
I missed it.
it's the the LA. Actually, it's everywhere. It's not just an LA thing, but like we should hang out sometime. Let's get lunch.
Oh, I
sometime.
don't say that if I don't mean it.
And then it's like, why aren't you guys making plans right now?
If I can make plans now, I will, or I don't know my schedule for stuff, and I do. I also, and I've said this on the pod, I only text LOL if I actually laughed out loud.
Dude, that is integrity.
And by the way, laugh out loud could be this. if it makes me do it. I've actually typed LOL a couple of times, and I'm like, because I thought it was so funny.
But I didn't.
But I didn't out loud, so I just give extra HAs.
So you'll give a ha 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 because it's not saying, it's saying, it's my feeling. LOL implies
something that happened. Yeah.
Yeah. OL.
I laughed out loud. No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
That's funny. Yes, it is. Doesn't mean it's like in acting. A lot of times, an actor will think that they need to cry. Like you need to laugh out loud. No. If the thing that's funny made you laugh out loud, laugh out loud.
Only bad actors show you emotion. How a character hides his feelings tells us who he is. No one tries to cry in life. You try not to. Only bad actors try to cry. Only bad actors try to laugh. Only actors try to be drunk. A drunk wants another drink. There's 360 degrees of life and your experience to choose from, and how to utilize that so that stuff happens. And all an audience ever wants to believe is what's going on is happening for the first time ever. They don't want to see the rehearsals. In fact, you shouldn't see the rehearsals. It's first time experience, never happened before. That is what we do.
Make sure that you connect. Make sure you have the thoughts.
Yeah, you rarely see an actor go, like when you're watching like a show at home, like, I don't know, whatever show, The Marvelous Miss Maisel, and you're just like, that was a good episode. And you're like, you barely even smiled just watching it home alone.
Right.
You rarely see an actor go, that's funny.
You rarely see an actor do that?
Yeah.
Right. Well, the writer didn't tell him to.
Need more stage direction. Is that a thing? Stage direction?
Something I've thought, and I heard Adam Sandler saying in one of those round table things once with other actors, the hardest thing to do, and he maybe didn't say the hardest, he said, hard, definitely, I think the hardest, is to fake laugh. Like laugh acting.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, when I have to laugh in a movie, I can't do that.
Yeah, dude, it's tough.
Nah,
What do you mean,
on it.
like laugh?
If
like,
my
like a
character's
genuine
supposed to
laugh?
have a genuine laughing moment, I'd rather get a genuine anything else. I'm always just like,
You know what I think is the hardest? You see that?
Yeah, it was really good.
Thanks. Not bad, dude.
I feel like I could tell.
You could?
I think so.
Fake cough.
No, that's it was fake. It was fake mucus, but that's a real cough.
It's fucking.
What'd you say was gonna be hard?
Acting like a bad actor.
It's not that hard, and people go way too
They
far.
go too far.
Hello, my name
They go
is
too
Rick.
far.
I think
We've
it
all been
the
in acting
time.
classes with somebody new. I've seen bad actors. They're
It's
not
not that
nailing.
bad.
They're not nailing it. It's not that bad.
It's not
It's
that
just
bad.
not good.
I see that all the time.
They're doing full moron.
You're doing full moron. Here's bad acting. What are you gonna take off when you wait? I didn't have the line.
Yeah, we gotta have a line. We gotta have a line.
Give me a line.
That Karen. That's all the drugs we had.
And give me an emotion. Or a
Upset
context.
that Karen, you're on coke. There's helicopters overhead. You think they're coming for you. Karen,
Well,
flushed.
I'd like to say putting me on a drug is a separate
That's
thing
different,
because
that's
that's
different.
because that's also hard to do unless you know
Yeah,
what
yeah,
that
yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah,
something
yeah.
simple. Something simple. Give me a line in a situation.
I got it. You're taking your mom out. You and your brother are taking your mom out for her birthday. Not a major birthday, 73rd birthday.
Okay.
And you're supposed to meet at, you don't know if you're supposed to meet at the restaurant or pick her up from her house.
Okay. Who am I talking to and what's my dialogue?
Your brother. And he's like, I thought we were meeting at the restaurant. And you're going, a little angry. No, I told you we were meeting at our house.
All right, feed me in.
Wait, I thought we were meeting at the restaurant.
No, I told you we're meeting at our house.
It's a little off. That was good.
Yeah.
Just a little off.
Here's how people do it. Watch.
What?
If I'm playing a bad actor.
Okay.
Leave me in.
Wait, I thought we were meeting at the restaurant.
No, I told you we are meeting at her house.
Yep.
It's like, what is that?
What is that? And high level actors do it wrong. Brad Pitt's done it bad.
I believe you. I can't picture it.
I think in
with Quentin.
True Romance.
Oh. He's playing an actor in that. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, but I've seen it so much, and I'm like, you're too good to be this.
All
They don't
you have
even
to
know
do.
how to
All
do
you
it.
have to do.
Go to an acting class.
No. To play bad acting. All you have to do is just don't really try to
Don't
do
really
well.
try. They do this in class. They go before every line. No, we were meeting at our house.
Sure,
they do that thing like
bad actors do that.
Bad actors do it.
But
I'm saying-
real bad actors do that. I'm saying, not
Yeah.
playing. Right. Yeah.
Bad. I'm saying just tune into that.
Right.
That one little tick gets you there. It's that
Yeah.
that you're feeling the emotion, so you don't know how to just feel it. So you have to No, we were meeting at our house.
But when they do this
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
that it ticks me off, dude.
God damn.
Yeah. Or if they're reading something, I think I need to use the phone. What?
Yeah.
What is that
who would ever
pronunciation?
read that? Who would ever do that in life?
Yeah.
You'll notice it more in movies.
The trick is always try.
You're trying to get it right.
You're
Bad
trying to
actors
get
are
it right.
to do it right, not wrong.
And if you're not prepared, then that will benefit you. Don't prepare very well for it, but still learn your lines, kinda.
The problem is they're such good actors that they're like, if you just give them a script and like I'm reading it on the spot, they're also gonna like do it pretty well.
But that's fine. We know the difference.
We know the difference.
We know the difference.
Just don't give my lines.
It's
Yeah.
subtle.
Prepare, dude. Just put on prosthetics. Go to any low-level LA acting class. Observe for a day.
Yeah,
and
not
you got
what
it.
they're teaching, but what they're doing
the
wrong.
Students. Yeah. And see the teachers just like.
But you think, acting good is hard. Acting bad would be easy.
You would think.
Acting bad is acting. Anything
Acting
is
bad
acting.
is bad acting. Yeah.
If you do not connect to it, you're not going to win.
Best podcast of all time.
Yeah, and whether you're
What did
ready,
you win that real one for?
As we see it.
No, what was the win? Ensemble, your acting.
No, it was a spotlight award for the series. It was a thing that they gave for the show.
Is that one that came back? Is that the one you're on now?
No, the one I'm on now is an ABC show called Not Dead Yet.
Oh, that's good money.
It was better than the Amazon show,
Yeah.
but I also think it's the Amazon show helped me get better money because I was so good in it.
You were?
Oh yeah. Well, the show was great.
Did you ever fake laugh?
There was a scene that I played stoned.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say I took an edible for that scene. I'm not going to say I did.
What?
Maybe I mean maybe not.
What? That's so illegal. You can get your SAG card revoked.
I didn't do it. I don't know. No one would have known. But if I did do it, it would help play high better.
Just do it.
Doesn't matter. But I don't know if we would have won this if I did something different than what I did. It was a good show, Ari.
That's like your Deer Hunter moment when they put one real bullet in there and said act.
The stakes weren't really. Also, I didn't even necessarily do that.
Right. How much did you take?
How much I dick?
How much did you take edible?
I don't take much. 5 milligrams will get me high.
Took?
No, if I were to do it, I would not have taken a full 5.
You gotta be like, hey, when are we filming? In an hour? Cool, I'll take it now.
Yeah, well, I if I were to do it, I would know that it was that it was the last scene of the day.
Last scene of the day.
I also can function high. I feel like I won't do it just because
you
it
can
feels
function
wrong.
on 2.5 milligrams edible.
I'm
you
saying I
fucking
can function.
pussy.
It's
you
arbitrary.
dork.
It's arbitrary, dude. If 2.5 does to me what it did to you,
yeah, then
wherever
I'd be
that
a
is.
homo also.
I eat weed all the time. My tolerance has not gone up that much. If I do it
Your
like
sugar intake, that's an issue.
You're saying when you're high?
Yeah. Like if you were on a diet then, would you have gone over your diet to take that gummy that you took? Was it a gummy? What'd you
I didn't take anything necessarily. Or who do you think you're talking to? Speaking of crossing streams, Ghostbusters. Who do you think you're talking to? Ghostbusters. But yeah, man, 5 milligrams is that's all I need.
Yeah. Yeah, I've known people like that. I can do 12. I took 250 once. Joey Diaz.
Curtis Thompson?
It's a reference on him.
250 cents.
I have a question.
Ari.
Is 50 Cent?
Right.
Is his real name Curtis Thompson?
Yes. That's what you didn't know. Got it.
Do that again about the Curtis Thompson. I took 250 once.
Sure, one sec.
I took 250 once.
2 Curtis Thompsons?
You didn't do it the same way though.
What did I do the other time?
Curtis Thompson.
Did I?
I think so. No way to say.
Swipe back to the original.
Curtis Thompson.
Yeah. What's Brea? Just one-off show?
Yeah, one-off show. 2 shows tonight. Then I go to
2
San
shows
Diego.
tonight?
Mm-hmm, then
Do
San
you sell
Diego.
out all the time now?
A lot, yeah.
Are the Brea show sold out?
First one is, second one's not. It's a big room.
I know. I'm there. Actually, I was already there by the time this comes out, but let me do a commercial so I could put it in next week's episode right now. Do it with me, would you?
Okay.
January 24th. Come check me out. Brea Improv.
So okay. Well, then my podcast is definitely not going to be out yet.
No. This is not going to go in
This is
the
going in-
commercial.
What?
All
So
right.
this commercial's for another time?
This commercial is for next week's episode.
Okay. Are we still in the commercial right now? I say yes.
Yeah.
It's before January 24th. We
Yeah.
haven't revealed any information about anything. I've signed up for a communist organization or anything.
So in the lower third, you could find out where to get the tickets. What will just
Yeah.
point to the description.
But you'll be in Brea.
On the 24th.
Brea is Orange County?
Yeah.
And that's where you'll be.
8 p.m.
Orange County. Planning on getting any like plastic surgery while you're there?
Yes.
Nice.
January 24th.
2024.
Get some tickets. I wonder if this will help sell some tickets.
I bet it will. I bet you'll move some tickets.
I bet you move some
Lingo
tickets.
term.
I'll tear them, but not rip them.
Yeah.
Comment below if you bought a ticket because of this ad.
Comment below.
Yeah. Oh, we're already out of the commercial now. So people won't be commenting on next week's episode. They'll be commenting on this. So there'll be some comments being like, I have used Emulsify. I haven't used Emulsify. I did buy tickets. Even comment if you didn't buy tickets, help the algo, I guess.
Yeah. Nah, don't.
How do you, what is your best way for you selling tickets? Is it
putting out stuff?
Yeah,
Putting
but
out
like what? Is
stand-up.
Instagram?
I guess Instagram. It's my only thing now. No podcast. It's my only thing.
By the time this comes out,
and
maybe.
maybe my podcast will be out. If my name's big enough where somebody they put it on a website, they're like, oh, I've seen that. I want to see that guy. That's a lot of it.
Yeah.
Instagram, I guess. I hate that. I just want to do shows. Also, I'm just fine if I only sell one show or if I barely sell a show or if I sell half a show. I'm just like, I'm doing stand-up comedy. Life's great. I'm not getting involved. I've seen too many legitimately rich friends crying that they had only 2/3 capacity in their added second show. And it's like, you guys are doing it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's great.
Yeah. I'm just, it's
you
fun.
would care though if the first show you weren't selling
I'd
tickets.
care a bit, but also I'd be like, wash it off. Let's hope. It's a half
As long as it doesn't keep happening.
Yeah, then I'd start to go, hey,
right.
What's going on?
I think maybe some people project that one bad show or a few might mean that thing.
Yeah. Yeah. What's that Rick Glassman up there in black? Black card says Rick Glassman. Behind the
Oh, that was that's the chair back for a movie I did that I loved.
You won 5 Comedians Basketball League trophies?
I won 5 out of 6. It may have been 4 out of 6. I don't remember, but I think it was 5 out of 6 championships. Are the Rick Glassmans.
God damn it!
But those were individual awards.
Those are what'd you get individual, not sportsmanship. I'll tell you that much.
I got biggest ego and no, I did get biggest ego, but I got most overrated and MVP in the same season.
Wow, that's hard to do.
I got biggest ego. I got most overrated. No, I got most overrated and MVP. What was it? Most overrated and MVP in the same season.
Same season.
And most annoying.
Most annoying, I could say. Back then, especially.
Biggest ego, and then another one. I won biggest ego, and this award is best player / worst comic.
Oh, I think we might have talked about it. I've got a similar award.
Oh yeah, you got best comic, worst player.
Yeah,
you got to bring that so we could put the together like when a Triforce is completed. Oh, dude.
Oh, so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Say sorry to Tom. That's you just gave him hours more work.
That's never happened to me before. Tom, I'm sorry too. That's literally never happened to me. Rewind. Early in the episode, it happened to me.
No. They get it. They saw it. This does look like Jewish propaganda, right?
It does. That's what everybody says I look like. Probably you too.
I've said that this podcast.
I don't like this.
That this podcast is Jewish propaganda for people that were on the fence.
Yeah,
they're like, maybe some of them are all right, and they see this, they go, no, this is what I'm talking about.
It's the germophobia. What are you always upset about? Did you solve that Rubik's Cube?
Yeah, dude. You want to mix it up?
Yeah.
So sometimes one of the middle pieces come off.
Give me the fucking thing, dude.
Just
don't micromanage.
Listen to me. If something comes off,
don't
fix
micromanage.
it before you turn
I'm
it
not
again.
listening. Came off.
Yeah, just make sure you...
Okay. I've got something to admit. I didn't listen to what you were saying before.
Yeah, I know.
I realize now that I should have.
Just put it back on, and it's fine. It's a middle one, so it's easy to find.
Solve that. Oh, you really know how to do it? Are you doing math in your head now? Fell
Something
off.
Fell off. I'll have
Fell
to figure
off.
out.
This really is like a leprosy cube.
There we go.
Wow. Whipped it all the way around. You good in math?
Name any two numbers.
2 and 7.
Heard of them.
So
Swipe to the AYG time I did that joke.
Is Rick the smartest person you know, you think?
No, I know a couple of real smart people.
Yeah. Name any two numbers.
6 and 4.
Heard of them.
So we're in this museum, and this lady's like, I want to take a picture.
Oh, right. Now we're making a circle.
And this lady's like, can we get a picture? Sure. I think she took a regular picture first. She goes, I have this Polaroid. Let's take a Polaroid.
Yeah, I remember. I wasn't sure if she wanted, like, because you wanted the pole and I wanted the oid, right? Because she didn't let us have.
She was going to give it just of us, just of you and me, you and I.
Yeah, but we wanted a pole and oid.
Me. What?
We wanted a pole.
Pole and the oid. Polar.
Keep it in.
Yeah.
It's been more than 5 seconds at this point. All right, go on.
And so she
had a Polaroid.
Yeah, first regular picture, then Polaroid, and then the security guard comes over. He's like, hey, no pictures.
Which, by the way, is a very interesting rule considering you could take them with your phone. You could only take pictures with your phone, even with a flash, but you can't use a camera that is not a phone, is the rule.
Yeah. And she goes, oh, okay, sorry. And then the guy walked away and she goes, quick, let's do it. When I was like, oh, okay. This is already now, we're in trouble zone.
Yeah, I was like, well, she got it already. She took one. She's like, okay, let's go another one.
Because the guy stopped her, so it was it might have been blurry. She didn't know. She's letting it develop.
Right. And then, yeah, she wanted it to do it
and we just kept doing it. And the guy came over and was like, hey, I said not to. She goes, it's not. It's a phone. It's a phone. But it was an actual real camera.
Right.
And the guy's like, I just have an accent. I'm not a fool.
Yeah. She was treating him as if he were one of those people who talk like not using a camera.
Yep. And she just kept chasing us around the museum.
No, she didn't. It was all in that one pocket in a couple minutes.
Yeah.
And then later,
God, it was so embarrassing. I was like, it's just so embarrassing for me. I know I'm the guy who's like, I'll shit in a tub and fucking whatever, but I was mortified.
You know what that is?
What?
It's because you understood the rule and you were okay. You were like, you agreed to it already.
Sorry about that.
If somebody says, oh, you can't do jokes about your penis, you're like, I'm not going to agree to this.
That's not true. I can.
But the camera thing, you're like, oh, okay, this is the rule in the museum. I'm okay with that.
My home.
So now
I
somebody
take my
is
shoes off when I go to places like this.
Thank you. So somebody was forcing you to cross a boundary.
Exactly.
That somebody else wanted.
They didn't like.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I felt a little, I wasn't as upset as you were. I was a little bit like, let's stop. Let's just, like, we got the picture. Let's just move on with it.
Yeah. She's like, I can get it better.
But it did feel like we were going to get in trouble. And that was like,
yeah.
Because I didn't want to distance myself from something like throwing anybody under the bus.
Right.
But it was also,
you can be like, hey, lady, beat it. You're not, that's not you. It's not me out there.
I'm convinced she's going to be watching this though. So we have to be kind.
We'll be kind. So
she was a great photographer. She was lovely.
Kind, fun person.
Yeah, it was just that situation that we were in.
Situation
was like, she was missing the cues of like, let's just not get in trouble for this
We can
picture.
just talk because we shouldn't be taking the same. But that we're not into you for the picture. You seem friendly. You and your friend. I don't forget if her friend was mortified as well.
I just remember being a little uncomfortable that we were going to get in trouble, and then just clocking you,
being super uncomfortable.
You were like, what? Didn't she hear what we can't do this?
We can't do it. And then we're leaving finally. It was like, see you. Okay, bye, see you. And then we left and it was like she and her friend were to the right. I'm like, I don't want to see them now. And you very kindly said, let's walk 2 blocks out of our way. Let's walk left, and left.
I don't
and go
remember.
back. Yeah. A week later, I'm seeing Leon Bridges or someone like that, some free concert in the park. And she's in there in the front.
How would you even know? You just remember? You remember faces?
She turned, and it was only a week later. Yeah, and she comes over. She's like, "Hi," and I was like, "Oh, hi." Yeah, I'm like, I've been pretty good.
Whose voice did you just sound like? Oh, hi. It's a cartoon character that you just did. And now,
Little Lester.
No,
sorry, Little Lester. No, who's the cartoon? Oh, hi.
I know it doesn't matter now. Now it wasn't worth acknowledging, but I was trying to think of who it was because then we could have turned you into him.
Put Sullivan in.
All right.
Anyway, it was fun.
So,
and we got the picture. The picture was all blurry. It wasn't a good picture.
Yeah, because I remember she took it and she had to go like this.
Yeah,
because the guy was
You really gotta hold it
the
still with
security guard.
Polaroids.
You also have to be conscious of the audio only people. You have to say what you're doing. As she's taking the picture, she moved her arm down.
How the fuck would this podcast work on audio only?
It works without a doubt. Audio only.
What? Not without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
That-
The audio,
no way without a
the
doubt.
audio only numbers have been going up more than the YouTube recently.
I'm not talking about the numbers. I'm talking about how it would work as a listener or viewer. Not without a doubt. You got to back off not without a
It's
doubt.
much better.
There's got to be with a doubt.
Let me tell you why it's without a doubt.
Okay.
Okay. Because there are bits that are visual gags.
Yeah.
But the audio audience knows that they're missing something. It's not like they're gonna be like, wait, what is happening? They're like, oh, this is a visual gag.
Right.
So it also incentivizes, if it's worth it, I'll go check it out on YouTube.
Right.
But the audience, listen, if you're an audio only person, leave a comment on iTunes
Spotify, yeah.
or Spotify. Yeah,
or just
because-
write a letter to Spotify.
Write a letter to
The
Spotify.
headquarters are in, I think, somewhere in Scandinavia.
But there's certain things that might not translate, but most of those things that don't translate, it's still clear what we're missing.
Okay.
So like if you were to fart in a movie
Yeah.
and the home audience doesn't have to smell it to know what's happening.
Right. Yes, right, because you could hear a fart.
Right. So in this, you're hearing stuff. What I actually do, and I don't do it all the time, but what I do is if there's bits that are a lot of silent bits of just staring or something that,
Silent bit deadly.
but is I will trim out on the audio only down moments that
Only on the audio.
I do bits sometimes where it's just like we're like quiet for a long time. But even longer than that. And if it's like a minute or two, I'll trim that out. And if I cut to something
Because
that
it's
is
like
visual,
audio only, it's like, hey, this is going to play.
right? Well, also what's happening?
Yeah, what's happening?
And if I cut to if it's a video of something that's mostly like sound effects,
Yeah.
like a video of just a whole bunch of people farting,
Yeah. Then you'll.
I'll take that out of the video and it's
Damn
just
it,
it for the
Rick.
audio.
Daniel Cook told me that when I did my first CD that I should be careful of, cognizant of what's what's too visual. He said he did like a 12-minute Godzilla act out in his first album that was like, oh, this is
It's
no
actually
one
it's
understands
actually
this.
really funny to have an album only. So
Yeah.
it's something like that.
And he's like, keep it in the
For
audio.
the audio only people,
Keep it in the
Ari was
audio.
doing a silent Godzilla. Yeah. So you came on here because you're starting a podcast and we wanted to promote your podcast, but we're bleeping the name.
Yeah.
Why can't that you need to release the name?
I got to make sure I've registered. No, I've registered. It's You Be Tripping. There's got to be a fucking iTunes thing.
Well,
I'll let
we
you know.
bleeped the first one, but we
Yeah.
didn't bleep this
Yeah.
one. Here's the reveal.
Yeah.
Why don't you
it
know,
should be out by now.
You know what you could do is you could upload the first one.
Yeah, I have it on
private.
iTunes. Is that I've registered it on iTunes. So
You Be Trippin'.
You Be Trippin'.
YOUBETRIPPIN apostrophe?
Apostrophe. 2 spaces in there.
2 spaces in where?
In the title.
Oh, between U and B and B and Trippin'.
Yeah.
Right.
E and T.
And how many cameras?
Trace.
You got the good ones, huh? Kubrick's?
The Kubrick's, yeah. Seismic lenses.
A Kubrick's cube.
Yeah, made out of sand. Did you know how to do that always?
I learned that. So that back from the movie, it was from a movie called Futile and Stupid Gesture that David Wayne.
You do a lot of acting, huh?
You know, I was thinking about that this past weekend when I hosted this thing, and I was like, and I know a lot of people. I'm like, oh, I'm a working actor these days.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank goodness, and who knows how long.
You got
you
an
know,
IMDb. You got how many things? Over 10?
different things
Yeah.
because I did 33 episodes of an NBC sitcom.
Undateable.
I did
Guest starring roles count as a thing, but that counts as one.
so that was one show.
Yeah,
So then, probably at least 10.
that's sizable, bro.
But like I've been thinking about it because like when I show up on set, like I had a lot of lines for something the other day, and like I wasn't nervous. It was just like, oh, this is just what you do.
Yeah.
And it made me feel confident. I'm like, I know how to
just know
show.
how
I
to
know what
do
this
it.
thing is. I know what I'm doing. I shadow all the time. I'm always watching. I know that I feel more comfortable knowing what the shot is, and I know when they're setting up, I let them set up, but I'd get back in time to watch second team do it so I could see what I would look like. And like I know where I make myself feel comfortable. Like I have those as instincts. Like this is what I do on set. And it was like, that's cool. And you made a joke, like actor, not a comic, but I still don't see myself as that. I still see myself as a comedian.
Yeah.
that's like lucky to be able to like do this stuff.
Yeah, I was joking.
But I work way more now as
an actor.
And again, financially at least. But what I was going to say is this movie, A Futile and Stupid Gesture, very cool movie. Do you know about it?
Nope.
It's the story of it's the origins of the National Lampoon. Do you know who Doug Kinney is?
Yeah.
Will Forte played him. And it was just the origins of how they found these people before. Like there was scenes where I was directing Joel McHale as Chevy Chase and I was Harold Ramis in Caddyshack. It's very cool. But David Wayne, who was one of my favorite directors since Wet Hot American Summer.
State?
Not the State. It's State I liked, but Stella got me into it.
Oh, right.
And then Wet Hot American Summer was finally like
That
I'm
ruled.
obsessed. He was doing the Cube, and I always want to know how. And I was he would let me watch like scenes that I'm not in. I get to stay, or I'd come in and watch what he was doing to shadow him. And he taught me how to do it. So I learned how to do it in 2016. Man, that was a cool movie.
That's awesome.
Acting's cool, man. You hate the world.
I hate actors. They're really shitty. They're really full of themselves.
Comics aren't?
No, they're not. They're fun.
I'm not saying that they're not fun, and I'm not saying that they're all shitty. I'm not saying even the shitty ones aren't fun, but there's so much arrogance in it too. They just are a little bit more self-aware. That's the only difference.
They're much more self-aware, but also the ones you're thinking of, the comics you're thinking of, are actors who do comedy.
Sandy Danto?
Yeah, Sandy sucks, dude.
I know people know I'm joking, but just in case, because he hasn't
Sandy's
been
cool,
on
Sandy's
and haven't
cool,
introduced him,
Sandy's cool.
he's one of my favorites. I absolutely
Yeah.
love Sandy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
It's
necessarily
just like-
agree with what you're saying, but
yeah, I know you're not allowed to.
I'm not allowed to. I just don't. Because I think that actors, like at these award
They're
shows,
vapid people. The idea that like he's cool, he talks to the PA as a sign of like that's a legit sign that somebody is cool. That they're willing to converse lightly with someone who doesn't do the same job as them is.
I don't know if that's really a thing.
Yeah, you can't see it because you're too deep in. I couldn't see it until after I left.
I know
LA.
what you're saying is a character type, but I don't see that as a thing. I just see them
climbers. They're all climbers.
It seems more important to them than from the outside.
Right.
Like what they do is an art form,
Yeah.
and some people are really, really good at it.
Some very few people are very good at it. Some very few people.
And
are
I
very
feel the
good
same
at
about comedy.
it. Yeah.
Are there more than 15 people that like you would want to watch their special?
Yes.
That you're not friends with?
Yeah. Yeah, there's hundreds of great comics now. It's a great time for comedy. But with actors, it's just like
Great.
and they also don't go like, oh, it's like the way they talk is.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand that.
When I saw the commercial for that show you hosted, and it was like, they were like,
I
to have all you say it, and they're like, oh my God, he said thanks. It was like, you guys are all acting in real life. You're clearly putting on airs. Whereas comics just generally don't do that. They're real. They're just the realer ones.
15 specials came out last year that you watched and really liked?
No, I can't get to all of them, but there's also good movies I don't watch. It's not the movies themselves. The movies are okay. It's the actors that suck. It's the Hollywood industry that sucks.
Do you think there's a chance that you have met some people that isn't a large enough sample and have kind of defined what this is?
Let me legitimately consider that.
Because my buddy David Sullivan's an actor and he's the fucking best.
There's also actors that never really went into acting. You know, the people who never, they're just the actor type that never really came to LA. They're just like, oh, you're like an actress. You're just like full of yourself and into this thing.
Yeah, that character type, yes.
Yeah.
The comedian version of that would be somebody who's just always on and annoying.
Right.
Like
yeah.
that exists.
Yeah.
Been there.
Yeah.
But it's the self-importance without the awareness to me that is the turnoff.
Yeah.
Like even when I'm like,
no, I lived here for 12 years. I've had enough of the sample.
Yeah, but are you talking about late 20-year-old hot guy, hot girl actors who are just like
the award goes to
hair?
I Love My Life, Wesley Snipes or whoever the fuck it was. The I Love My Life part. They're like, I'm always on. I need to be this thing. They're constantly putting on. There is no them
that they're putting out to you that you see on these things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hear you on that.
Yeah.
It's this stuff.
I could see through it. On that promo for that thing, I could see through it multiple times.
It's a very awkward thing to give a speech. And that's why, as comics, I think, at least I'll speak for myself, you deflect to bits and sometimes too much. Like sincerity is so silly.
Sincerity
it's so silly in a public
derided
form
in our
like
world.
that.
Yeah.
But like when you
But
like
it's not sincerity, it's pushing it.
But that's what it is when you're up there and you're supposed to give thanks and to accept an award.
I could see if they were like, thank you guys, and then suddenly get choked up. That's different. When you're like, oh, you pushed it. You've seen an acting class where somebody's trying to cry.
That's why I say
instead of trying to hold the tears back,
have the emotion. You don't have to force to cry.
And they're doing it on the spot. They don't get a second take because they're up there getting an award. And you're like, I see through you.
Can I tell you another big tell?
What
is complimenting? And it's true. It takes a village, and everybody's important. And what an actor does,
dear friend of mine, dear friend of mine,
what an actor does is nothing without a score, without the cinematography being great, without the script, without all the people lighting it. That is very, very true.
Yeah.
But when you have a minute and people are saying like, I have to say that like, it takes a village. And everyone was just as important and you know the first one's going to be the people that they respect the least. From the people who are worth absolutely nothing to the
guy I want to work with again, so he better get special notice.
Yeah. Say what you liked about the project and say thanks. You saw the Joe Pesci one?
No.
His acceptance speech?
Oh yeah, what did he say?
Have you not seen it? Let me pull
I
it
thought
up.
we were looking at Gervais, like, thank God you're agent and get the fuck off.
Joe Pesci awards speech.
And the Oscar goes to
Can you see?
Joe Pesci in Goodfellas.
Oh, it's my privilege. Thank you.
Wow.
Great, right? I know. I love it. Who am I looking up now?
Charlie Kaufman.
Right.
Maybe Independent Spirit Award. It was for Bing John Malkovich. It's my privilege. Thank you. What a baller. What a fucking dude.
It's long, huh?
Anyway, shut up.
Yeah, I'll tell you about it instead.
Go ahead.
He goes, hey, thank you for this award. I'd like to read to you my rejection letters from major studios.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did some stuff like that during.
And it was like, it wasn't just like, we passed. It was like, sir, you are deranged. There's no way anyone could make this movie. Please stop contacting us. There's no chance of anything like this. You have no future. It was like real brutal. Like you're ridiculous. And he's as he's winning an award. What?
That's his Comedy Store.
Now past the Comedy Store. They thought just as someone who wasn't part of Legion of Skanks, couldn't become the president. Well, you thought wrong. Boy who believed in himself.
Do you
a
like
young
movies
guy from Maryland
and TV?
by way of Greensboro, North Carolina, made a big name for himself. Yeah, I do. I like going to the movies.
You just don't like the people that make them.
Yeah, I really hate this system.
Is there an actor or actress that you like?
Personally?
That you like their work?
Oh, yeah. A few.
And you think they're assholes personally?
I assume they would be.
Who?
If I had to meet them. All of them. Pretty much everyone I've met. They're
I'm probably good friends with them, so who are they?
Probably are.
If they're actors.
Sullivan, that handsome guy.
Those guys are great.
I don't know them. No, they can be okay, but it's just like, they're also, I get it.
Do you think that way for comedy actors too? Like, do you think Will Ferrell sucks in real life?
I don't know.
Do you think Tina Fey, Amy Poehler?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
Is it because they're successful?
Once they enter the system changes you.
So stand-up comics wise, or at least they used to do it. Eddie Murphy now he's in the system?
Yeah, you can't talk to him. You can't just be cool around him. And I get
What about Seinfeld?
On the compassionate level, I get that everyone's kissed up to them enough that like, I don't know how to just be around a normal person. And you're probably going to kiss
Cover. Don't even make jokes with uncovering. Because you're doing it. It's not a joke. It's like punching you and saying, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, fair. I'm sorry.
So it's being kissed up to. It's not just the psyche. So it's not an actor. It's an actor who is
their agents
successful.
telling them. You can see the agents in that world too. They're like, oh, you're so brilliant. Oh, and it's like, eventually it rubs off on you. You've been yes man enough. You start thinking like you're better than everybody.
As opposed to going up on stage and people doing like this to you in front of your face?
We're all full of self-doubt. That's not that. And then you earn that or didn't earn it if you're like not a name.
Mm-hmm.
Right then, you're like, that was a good job. way to go. Like a street performer. Like, wow, that was a good one.
An actor who's not that successful yet, is he also an asshole?
Yeah, because what makes you go into it? Wanting the desire to be.
Because I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Listen, it's
every
not all.
day.
It's not all of them.
No,
It's
but
not all
I'm
of them.
not. But I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about a motivation. Like it's so fun to
right.
play and to pretend and to act and to try it.
Yeah.
It's improv.
It is fun. It is fun.
That's
the
what
doing
gets you
it is
into
not
it.
it.
That's
It's
why
just-
most people get
there's
into
a
it.
character type that makes you go into it. There's a specific type of character.
That's what I'm asking. There might be a character type of an actor
that's rampant in the acting world, and I think eventually you start going like, oh, who showed up in a Honda, that kind of stuff. Eventually, it's Hollywood more than acting.
You know, I met a girl at I forgot the name. What's the Mexican restaurant on Sunset?
El Cholo, El Compadre. El Compadre. El Compadre.
El Compadre. That's not a vegan place, is it?
El Compadre. No.
Yeah, it was El Compadre, I think. Do they have chips? It's got they have chips and salsa?
yeah, that's the one.
I met her there, and I remember I used to do a bit about this girl and the whole thing meeting that I'm not going to get into now. But at the time, this was the first time I was ever with a girl that was like this was the most. I used to describe her as like the type of girl that would be on a poster I would get at Spencer's Gifts.
Yeah,
and it was just like, this is insane. And we had a nice time, and we were walking to my car. I was watching a lot of Entourage at the time, and I asked if she wanted to go to Vegas. I had just met her, and she goes, okay. And we were going to Vegas. And we ended up going to Vegas, by the way. But we go, and I had a Honda Civic, and she didn't know my car yet. And when we got there, she goes, oh, you have a Civic. It was that subtle. It was good bad acting.
Yeah.
It wasn't, what the fuck is this, a
like,
Civic? It was,
she
oh, you have a Civic?
Her real feelings.
Yeah, and I went, yeah. I didn't pick up.
Yeah.
Right. I picked up like 5 seconds later. Yeah. Like as if she was saying, is this your car?
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh,
you believe in status.
We went to Vegas.
Value.
We got to know each other a little bit, kinda. And then we ended up going to another Mexican restaurant. I'll give you a hint. Ventura. What is it?
Jerry's Deli.
Right. Viva Jerry's Deli.
Taco Bell.
Casa Vega.
Okay.
And this was maybe 2 weeks after we met, and I had said to her, you know, it was a little. I don't remember how it happened.
You're
it was
good about that.
It was
You're good
something
about
about she was
that.
drinking something.
Yeah.
And something happened that was like she had made a comment about like, oh, it's like I am something or other.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, well, a little bit. And she goes, what? I go, and however, and I brought up when we first met in the car, she like, you had kind of judged me and the car I was driving. And she goes, no, I didn't. And I believe she didn't remember.
She didn't realize.
Or she didn't know she was doing it.
Yeah. A lot of times they have no idea how obvious they're being. They think they're like hiding it and they're not.
Mm-hmm.
Or they don't even know because it's just who they are. Like, I wouldn't do anything like that. Like, you're not looking at yourself.
I had a difficult time with that one.
Yeah, that's kind of how they are. And a lot of that's Hollywood specific.
Wasn't an actress.
Yeah. Now, I'll tell you what. Let me back it up.
Okay.
Living in New York, I've met a lot of Broadway actors, and they're not the same.
It's a completely different animal.
Yeah.
They are more so the forcing the gratitude, though. Stage people are, but they're the stage people are
real actors.
Stage people and gay people, and there's a big Venn diagram there.
Oh, yeah.
But they have something something similar, which is like they've been not in the same way, but like seriously, I don't think persecuted is right, because to say that theater kids have been persecuted like homosexuals isn't the most fair.
Right.
But they've been the
Derided?
butt of a joke. What's that? They've been derided.
Yeah.
I don't know the word well enough to use it.
Yeah.
But they've been the butt of the joke for a big part of who they are for so long that they have accepted who they are. Hopefully, and at some point, I hope they will. But you know, it depends how old and where they are. But there's a sense of self-acceptance. I'm sure there's also, as an artist, a self-loathing or a doubt or an insecurity. That's human nature. But there's a certain type of acceptance and an understanding of self that, in a blanketed statement, doesn't quite exist as much in this other thing where you're playing other people so much that you don't quite necessarily understand who you are yet.
Right.
So comedians and stage people, like stage actors, there is a bit of like, you have to have that drive home and think about, fuck. And like,
you get beaten down every day.
And then forces you to love yourself, hopefully. It puts you in a situation to allow yourself to love yourself more because you have to stand up for
I
yourself.
gotta get better.
Because you
can't just say I'm good. That wasn't good. I gotta get better. Or even when you get really good at comedy, you're like, that middle part. Be like, no, that was great. Like, honestly, shut the fuck up because that middle part needs improving. I don't need to hear you say I was great.
On set, they will just they because of the music, because of the editing, it'll be good enough. And whatever they have bad to say, they won't say to you.
Yeah. You ever see David Schwimmer on Friends without the laugh track?
I've seen the Friends stuff without laugh track.
It's great.
It's not just him. There's tons of them. They're incredible.
It's just great. It's just like, oh yeah, you really do need that laugh track and the coloring and all that stuff.
Well, for the way it's beated out, because otherwise they're just
it's lunacy.
Yeah. Well, it's theater.
Yeah, it's theater.
It's theater on TV.
Yeah, it is on a box, an open box.
When I first moved here, and I did Undateable, and I started judging multicams a lot, and then the multicams that are out around, the mid.
Which was multicam? Look like Seinfeld.
Multicam is 3 walls. Seinfeld,
walls,
yes.
okay, yeah, okay.
Usually there's a live studio audience, right? I would judge it. A Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
Shows that we grew up with.
Shot in Topanga Canyon.
Not bad.
Thanks.
Bill Lawrence was a writer on
Undateables.
He created Undateable, but no, he didn't. But he was executive producer of it. But he was a writer on Boy Meets World, and allegedly he created Topanga Lawrence character.
Really?
And that's why it's named Lawrence.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, right, Bill. What were we just talking about, though? I wanted to say something.
SNL people like this a little bit. They talk about SNL lore as if anyone else knows what the fuck they're talking about.
Oh, I find that stuff interesting. Yeah, it's like, people I'm a fan of.
The first time Chad came in, I remember Lauren was like, he said, and it was like, who's Chad? I don't know who you're talking about, dude. I don't know who the fuck you're talking about. When we first did the Molotov cocktail sketch, it was interesting. Like, who are you talking to?
People that like that stuff.
Yeah, and they talk to them too many times, and they think everyone's interested.
Aragon, what's the king? What's his name?
Aragorn.
Aragon. I said it right, right? What if he was telling you, when he kicked the thing and he broke his foot? You know that story?
Oh, okay.
Something in an orc fight, and like he kicked the helmet across the thing, and he like broke his foot for real, and from kicking it. But it was like such a great take, and like they used that take, and you could see when he was out for a couple weeks or something. But like, if you were a big Lord of the Rings fan, you would love to hear that.
Yeah. But then if you're just some guy on a plane, be like, oh, you're that actor? Like, no, maybe you didn't know this. When I was like, I liked you from the movie where you like fuck that old lady.
I want to make close this circle though.
Okay.
Multicams, I have a new appreciation for them again. I really like I multicams. I don't watch any that are out now, but like as far as acting is concerned, like being able to do a multicam where it's really broad and big seems really fun.
Yeah, it would be.
I feel like
you
would
come
do
into
that.
a room, do the cram. It's like, and have everyone cheer like in Married Children when a new character came into and then they all cheer, and you just have to wait to do your line. That's fun.
Would you do that?
I'm at the point now where if it's not a funny thing, I will.
If it's not funny, or if it's not fun, because there's a lot of stuff that's fun that's not good.
Yeah, I don't want to help make something not good.
Even if you're laughing all the time and you're getting paid well.
Yeah. Yeah.
If my name's on it, if it's my product, I could connect to that.
Yeah.
If I would be cast to be a guest on something with just funny people, and you just go in front of a live audience and you're just doing shtick, and like, it's not my show, but like it's so fun to do.
Okay, listen, if it's like Hollywood Squares, something like that, where it's like, hey, it's fine.
Yeah.
But if it's like, I don't know, if it's like that 80s show, where you're like, oh, this is bad, and I don't really want to be part of this. It's a bad show.
Okay.
If it's just a fun, goofy, if it's not taking itself seriously, podcasts are not that serious. So we had a couple dry moments, and we had thousands of good moments, probably the most ever. Yeah. But like, yeah, you do your best. You can fail. Failing's not a problem. But like going into it knowing this is bad. That's why I was embarrassed about that movie I did. I read the script.
What movie?
I don't want to say. Keeping Up with the Joneses.
Oh yeah, I already said that already. Did I see that? What is that? It sounds familiar.
It was
Keeping Up with the Joneses movie.
And it was like, I read the script. I'm like, this seems bad. And then I was like, well, Zach's in it, and that guy from Darvin Ham's in it, or whatever.
Darvin Ham.
Yeah.
Right.
And Wonder Woman. And the chick who's married to the fucking Borat is in it. I'm like, you know what? These guys are all funny. Maybe it'll be fun. Maybe I just don't know from a script. Maybe they changed enough. And then I get there and I'm doing it. I'm like, no, this is bad.
Right.
And then I was really embarrassed to have done it. I shouldn't have done it. And now.
Did you laugh on set? Were you guys laughing, having fun?
We were having a good time. Me and this other guy in my scene, we were having a good time. We went to see Matt and Kim in Atlanta and Bob Dylan. Those are my good memories of that. And walking around with my shirt off in the neighborhood we were filming in. They're like, hey, Ari, this is like a residential neighborhood. I'm like, I know, right? And they were like, Ari, I keep telling you.
What's wrong with having your shirt off?
It was
I
like
walk around with my shirt off.
It was like the burbs and like in like rural Atlanta. Not rural, but like the burbs. I don't know. I didn't think it was a problem. The guy had a problem.
Interesting.
That's not the biggest issue. The biggest issue is
to me.
I helped make a piece of shit.
Mine is that you were body shamed.
Yeah. I slut shamed more. Because he wasn't like, hey, your body's not good enough to do that.
I dated a girl in college and
nice, dude.
Thank you. She went to Ohio University.
The Ohio State University. Sorry, back it up.
And I walked from the men's bathroom to her room. It was the same floor, but women's side, men's side. And I had showered and I had a towel around my waist and I had chest hair. And I remember she goes, hurry up in, put a towel on. And I was so insecure for years.
Wow.
Years about body hair.
Damn.
Yeah.
I love it now. Body hair, it's like a sign of a man.
I had my back lasered though.
Really?
Yeah. A long time ago. Like around then.
I need that. I need those
Get it lasered.
guys poof.
Get it lasered.
Oh yeah. Do you have a laser guy?
There's a place I know in Glendale where I had it done.
Really?
I had followed up then. Yeah. I did it for years. You're only supposed to need 8 treatments, but I just kept going. And if I saw a little bit, because you could do like follow-ups every 6 months.
I'd like those out. Or if I could do hair transplant, take those poofs, put them up here. You think I could do that?
I've heard different things about that. I'm not sure, but maybe it would look different. But you could from the back of your head.
No, I want these. I want to use every part of the buffalo.
Do you do that when you eat meat? Do you eat everything?
I'll eat chicken bones.
I just did a cleanse.
Chicken wings. There's nothing left.
You literally eat the bone?
Yeah. If they're cooked right.
Really?
Yeah, get the marrow, keep cracking them.
Yeah, but then there's still bone remnant. Isn't that what your appendix is for?
Yeah.
Isn't an appendix was for helping digest bones?
Maybe. You're going to have to get a new phone now. Touch the floor.
Is the appendix for digesting bones? I never have I done that as a Google search and found an answer to something.
Yeah.
Anyway, I did that gut reset I did for the episode with Mary. You'll throw up a thumbnail. I had a chicken liver and there was chicken feet and stuff that was in the soup.
Yeah.
And I was eating it like this. It grossed me out.
You ever eat eyeball, fish eyeball?
No, but I know people that like that.
Yeah, it's hard in the middle. You have to eat
you like
part of it. I'll do it to gross people out.
They do it in Shazam.
I'm not like loving it. Oh, really?
Yeah. Show up a clip of in Shazam with Shaq when he eats the fish eye.
Oh, with Shaq.
Shaq doesn't do it, but the guy goes, it's a delicacy.
My grandfather was like, when he served chicken in Israel, he was like, hey, I get the feet. Okay? And we're all like, cool, dude. Absolutely.
Yeah, like it's the burnt end of the brisket.
Yeah, like don't worry, bro. We'll show you respect. Like no one's looking for it. We're disgusted that you're leaving this on the fucking chicken you're serving. We're from America where we don't have to do things like this. We weren't in a concentration camp where we have to eat everything.
But that's where there's so much nutrition in it.
Yeah, I guess.
Like the livers
all
and
the
stuff.
nutrition goes down to your feet.
I don't know what it is. Yeah. All right. Well, your podcast is
I'll be in Boston.
Shopping, right?
I'll be in Boston at the Wilbur Third Show at it. I'll be trying to set the record for most shows ever at the Denver Comedy Works.
Oh yeah? What are you up to?
First week of March. Already 3 sold out. I'm trying to go for
in one.
Yeah, I'm trying to go for 14. 3 sold out, money more on, but yeah. So come first.
How long are you going to stay there?
2 straight weeks.
Why? Because you love it there?
Because it's the best club.
Really?
Yeah. It is the best club.
And so you want to do it for 2 weeks? Are there that many people that live in Denver? Or you think people are going to come to multiple shows?
No, there's not many people. Millions.
I'm saying that we're going to come to see you.
We'll see. I did 9 shows last time.
Are you doing relatively the same act each show?
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, you shouldn't come to more than one show. Unless we do a storytelling show, you come to that. But yeah.
I want to do, because I hate doing a second show. I want to start doing, the second show is just, I get super stoned. And it's just like.
Great. People can come back and have a good time, less pressure.
Yeah,
bill it as that. You got to really bill it as that.
Bill as that. And also the ticket's a little cheaper.
Sure, great.
Thinking, sorry, I'm a little high is what I'll call the show.
Yeah. I did in London, I did maybe Leicester Square Theater. And they were like, Ricky Gervais does his shows here. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, he does his, like, when he's getting ready for a new hour, he does his shows. I'm like, I perform in the same place Ricky Gervais does? And they're like,
you still feel that way?
Back then. But they were like, when he's getting ready for a new hour. And I was like, all right, you don't have to fucking say it like that.
Right.
You can let me have it.
I was going to say, I mean, you've done all the clubs that everybody's ever done.
True.
But
now it's weird. You see theater and you see all the things up, and I'm like, musicians, and I'm like, fuck. I really like them. They played where I'm playing.
That's how I feel on a soundstage when I see that we're shooting in the same stage that they filmed Casablanca or whatever. You know?
And literally the original room at the Commerce Store, you're not past there, but like the greats have been there. Kinnison, Pryor, they haven't even changed the carpet. They've all been right there.
Yeah.
Carlin, you should try to get past there because it's really a great fraternity to get into. It's too bad you're not. You
I love
wear
the club.
shirt though.
Love the club.
Yeah.
I'm having Pauly Shore on soon.
Great.
And I was thinking of
Crush him.
gifting him one. No. You don't ask for stuff like that. You know what I break that rule on?
What?
Trying to get podcast guests. But that's all I ask for.
Just go and ask them.
I've never asked anybody for a role or for a this or that ever. But podcast guests, I'll ask. I'm going to ask you to try and help me get TJ Miller on at some point. You ask. Because I've just allowed myself to have a character of myself that I call Producer Rick.
Right.
And he does, he
yeah, it is annoying. It's like, I don't want to bother you, but would you mind?
Do you feel
But
comfortable?
also it's like, hey, I'd love to have you on. And if you want to have him on, it's not just like,
oh yeah, I've already
hey,
messaged.
you're famous,
I've
can I have you?
messaged. Oh, I think he's hilarious.
Yeah.
No, I've messaged him. I don't know if you saw.
Oh, you would actually legitimately, it just hit me. You guys would go great together.
I think so.
It's not just like, he's funny, have him. I'm like, no, specifically this matchup. If you guys were both
give him a call right now.
Siri, can you take my phone off airplane mode? Give him a call on the air. We're not tight like that.
Here's what you do.
Yeah.
Afterwards, if you're comfortable with this,
Yeah.
afterwards you say, "Hey, we did this on the podcast. We can edit it out." You know what? No, I don't even want to put them in a position. Don't do it. I don't like it.
Yeah.
If you're not comfortable with it, then either will he be.
Okay.
So just
I'll tell him though. I'll see him in New York.
you can do it now. We'll pause it. John Michael will edit this part out. You know how to do this, bud. And that's not an Arnold Schwarzenegger statement. You could keep that part in. I think I might be getting Arnold Schwarzenegger on the pod soon.
Really?
Yeah.
Former governor of California, Arnold Schwarzenegger?
That's not how I know him.
Workout guy.
Exactly. All right,
Okay.
read me what you wrote.
Do you know Rick Glassman? He's got a pod in LA.
Good so far.
It's a fun one.
Can't get mad at that.
It's weird in the same way you're weird.
Interesting. Honest.
You'd love it.
Good endorsement. Okay. Do you want to plug TJ Miller's Instagram before we get out of here?
Yeah.
I think it's something millionaire.
Yeah. Wait. Teenage Millionaire. If I remember from way back. Teenage Millionaire.
I think so.
Everybody go check out. Oh, I know what you're doing. You're asking them to pressure TJ to come to your podcast.
That not at all.
You're hoping.
No,
Guys, leave a comment. Can I do this? Can I do it? Guys, leave a comment if you think Rick's was intending for you guys to pressure TJ into or asking him, cajoling him into doing his podcast.
Okay.
And leave a comment if you think I'm wrong. And he wasn't doing that. Now go ahead.
I wasn't doing it
state your case.
to them.
Right.
I was asking you to. Yeah. No, I was just saying to plug his thing because the podcast is ending. So instead of plugging your stuff, which you already did,
yeah.
Why don't you plug Teenage Millionaire?
Go to teenagemillionaire.com Instagram.
And pick up some of their merch.
Got to pick up some merch. Comedy.
Who else could I ask you to help me get on the pod?
All right, buddy. Well, this has been great.
Good to see you, bud.
You too.
I'll get you an Uber to Brea.
Okay.
I guess theme music, right?
Put it on. Run it.
Scoot doo, blabbity blue, scoop dee. Oh